Morning, lovely. Morning, Yumizu. Morning, Bit Gamer. What's good? Okay, I gotta get ready for D&D, so let's get our stuff ready. Okay, I'm gonna mute my mic for a sec. I'll be back. Mic muted for a moment. Okay, hold on. I'm muting my mic. I'm muting my desktop audio. It'll be back.
I just have to get that story out.
All good. Also, you guys are now live on the Baronade stream. Hi guys, hello.
Hey, I wasn't talking shit about you. What do you mean? I love Twitch chat. They are my favorite.
Oh, I thought you meant about me for a second.
What? No, I love you, dude. You know that.
I love you too, Zephyr. I'm excited for your shenanigans coming this year.
Okay, and
we
I'm
can
running
do it on Baronade stream, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I'm running trailer now.
And I'm just running. No, I'm not, actually. I don't think I've ran.
Running.
Oh my god, it's us.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
This
Minus me.
joy of subathons is you get the scoop and all the like the background stuff.
It's so funny, like looking at these like old backgrounds and things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to live in that apartment.
I've been in that apartment.
Yes.
I weigh more than I used to by like 10 kilos. Let's go. Shoutouts to healthy eating and diets.
Takami's art just gets like slightly happier, and it's really cute. I like it a lot. It's like, yeah, there he is. It's a smile.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's that boy.
There he is.
The Kofefe. I'll be back.
The guest appearance.
And now he's concerned again. I'm still really proud of this trailer. It's like one of the best things I've done.
Yeah, it's been an adventure.
Elden music goes hard.
I also really like all of the productions that you've done in GTA.
I need to do another one.
Yeah,
I need to do...
I was actually, I was talking to Tristan King, and he, because he's a videographer, so I might do that trailer with him, the driving one.
Yeah.
Because I think it makes more sense in character.
Trash the hell up. Get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 3, Chapter 3, whatever we're calling it. I believe episode 48, I think we're on now, of Trinity Isle. I didn't think it would catch on to the point we'd be getting close to 50, but here we are. It's insane. We've got some wonderful people with us today. Who we all introduce in no particular order, apart from the order we always do it, because I don't like change. We have Kritas the Cult, Dark Elf Wizard Blood Hunter, played by Malachi on Game.
Hello.
We have Celia, the half son elf Bub / sorceress, played by Tritio artist Stephanie Rai.
Meowdy.
We have Takumi Nui, the Lord Inquisitor, the Human Fighter, played by Shadowblade 312.
Hello. Thank you for joining us.
We have Cassiopeia, the Araclocker Dragon Druid, played by the Baronade.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be back.
And Baronade is doing a little subathon, so we'll be shouting him out periodically to go show him some love and keep him going for the next 3.5 years. And last but absolutely not least, we have our special guest for Chapter 3, Tyrion Youngclaw, the half high elf ranger, played by the lovely Ruby Sorry.
Howdy.
The beautiful voice that we have in our original trailer. And is now going to grace us with his presence once again. Ruby, you're actually on recap this week, so if you're ready to go, please, by all means, take the stage.
Very well. And if I start with a last time on Trinity Isle.
How you doing?
We started out with myself, Tyrion Youngclaw, venturing into a tavern in the lower district. I met with the keeper and learned a bit more about the rebellion.
All the way from down under, what the hell?
During that, I was given a token to show that we are, or at least I, am allied with the rebellion. Meanwhile, Cassiopeia was exploring the secret tunnel in the sewer, finding a mosaic. With Krisash's help,
Back to lurking, have a good one,
solved the puzzle door to gain entry to an old crypt where they were ambushed by the rebellion. Takumi and Celia regroups with Tyrion, heading down into the sewers to find where the noises
Been
were
farming
coming
those tea
from.
leaves? How far are you now?
They find the workhouse
45K.
and by
Oh
chance
my God.
solve the lullaby code,
Huge.
courtesy of a very lucky roll on my part. Solving the lullaby code and making our way into the secret tunnels, wherein we found Kritash and Cassiopeia. They managed to broker a truce with the rebellion using the token that Tyrion was given earlier. And they were then led by Captain Zora into
I just remember
the
for like the
rebellion's
last 2 days
hideaway,
now. Legend.
learning about the 7
You've been
year
grinding those
civil
leaves.
war.
What were you at before the Subathon?
The party are brought to a tent housing the leaders of the rebellion, where they have a moment to discuss their plan.
And
9K? Goddamn!
since, we've
Goddamn!
had a couple of weeks since the last session, if anyone wants to go over that conversation again so that you kind of have an idea of what you're going to say to the leaders of the rebellion, you are more than welcome to, or we can just move right on into the tent. That is completely up to the 5 of you. How do you want to do this?
Well, for me personally, I forgot about, like, if we had to think about things to ask, and I forgot we have to think about things to ask, but I think what we came to the conclusion is that we're just gonna ask them questions and figure out what they're doing so we can, like, see what their plan is, if we want to support them, and then we can potentially, bring it up to the standing lord, but, like, we don't want to piss him off and, like, act not in his favor either, right? Like, we're just here on our recon mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If no one is going to object in that case, then we will we'll move on with the scene. And
Objection! No.
Objection, Your Honor.
Zora, overruled.
Damn.
Captain Zora brings you into the tent. It's a lot larger on the inside than you would have first appeared. It sort of appears as
Well,
though
how are you,
the
Big
tent
Gamer?
kind of
Looks
goes
good.
into the
Very
wall
well, Big
of
Gamer.
the underground a little bit, sort of extending. What you see is a table, rather large, probably about 10 foot by 10 foot, of the entire city as basically a small model. You see the towers and the parapets of the defensive walls that are laid before you. You sort of see the different districts are sort of divided up by small lines of string in which the different colored flags are placed. The lower city having a blue flag, and the rest of the city, apart from one small area on the opposite side, all having these little red flags on them, probably discerning ally districts, and obviously districts that are fully controlled by the guard. Standing around this table are 3 individuals, 2 female and 1 male. Going from left to right, on your sort of far left-hand side of the table is a tall, feminine figure who has this sort of chestnut brown hair that is curled and twirled on either side of the face and going up to a bit of a sort of ponytail, or more of a ducktail. I was expecting it, I still wasn't ready for it. A sort of ducktail, sort of tie. A circlet goes around the brow of their head. These sort of what look to be maybe snowberries or snowdew flowers, attached to a thin copper wire. Their garb is very sort of simple. They give off maybe a blacksmith or a lumber kind of vibe, lumberjack vibe. This very long leather dress with slight scuffs on the elbow and sort of on the sides where the hips slightly protrude. And you look upon their face and it's delicate with freckles going across very pale skin. In the center is the male of the trio, an older gentleman, a curled moustache going across their face, clearly a half-elf. Looks to be around the age of 80, maybe 90, so getting up there in age, in the world of the half-elf, sort of just going beyond that middle-age point. The hair is slicked back into a kind of silver mullet, with the sides shaven. On the left side of the face, on that shaven side, going from the ear down to the corner of the mouth, is a very deep, gashed scar, protruding slightly either side, almost looks like lightning bolt, going across. Their skin is slightly wrinkled and they have very dark rings under the eyes. Spectacles sit on the bridge of the nose, gold wiring housing circles of glass. Their clothing is a lot more sort of elegant. White with golden threads going through, but a leather chest piece going across that tunic, and simple leather trousers with work boots to complete the fit. And finally, a hooded female individual. All you can really tell is grey curls coming from underneath the hood. A cowl of sorts covering the face, only leaving two eyes that seem gentle, but at the same time very assertive. Delicate, but scanning every detail. They have a robe that covers the entirety of their body. And the only real identifier is the hands that have remained exposed, probably for ease of use, have wrinkles on them. This is an elderly woman. The three sort of look at you, looking up from this model of the city. Ah, Captain Zora, I assume these are our interlopers, says the woman on the far left.
Where are we standing in relation to everybody?
You're at the entrance of the tent currently. So there's probably about 10 feet between you and the edge of the table. And you have the table, and then you have the three individuals.
Can I insight what they mean by interlopers?
I mean, feel free to roll an insight check.
I would love to. I love rolling with the punches, personally.
I'm just gonna roll with Googling it because I don't fucking know what it means.
That's a 21 insight. Is this a good interloper, bad interloper? Where are we loping? Into where?
So the younger lady of the three definitely appears to be somewhat almost offended by the fact that you've come in and breached their sacred home. The
Good.
older gentleman appears to be a lot sort of gentler and softer, and seems to be more of a listener than a speaker. And the cowled individual, obviously you can't read their face, but their body language is interesting. They look at your group as a whole. You can't quite tell where their attention is focused upon, but there's almost a sense of surprise.
Okay, for the individual who looks like offended at our inclusion in this area or whatever, Cassiope will speak up and say, "You appear disappointed." With a pointed gaze.
We have spent the better part of 7 years making sure that this place would be undetected. Breach of these defenses, even by a stroke of luck, puts everyone in danger. I don't think you quite realize the weight of the situation.
I do realize it. I think your defenses need to be improved. If my companions and I can stumble upon this hidden area by accident, your defenses must not be very good. Mic drop.
She goes to say something, but the elderly man kind of puts a hand on it. Well, I say elderly, that middle-aged man puts a hand on her shoulder. Perhaps it is not luck that brought them to us, but a gift from the gods. Perhaps these 5 are here to turn the tides of this war, or to strike us down with the swift strike of a blade. Either way, their coming to this place is not by chance, but by design. Forgive my compatriot. They are the heart of this rebellion. I am its voice. And the third here are the eyes. You will address us as such. Heart, voice, and eyes.
Thank you,
What?
voice.
What races are they from what we can see?
So the heart is pure elf, seemingly a high elf, which is very surprising to Kritash, Tyrion, and Celia, given your knowledge of why would a high elf be working with the rebellion. The voice, the gentleman, is half elf, and it's impossible to discern the eyes. Every detail is covered. The exposed eyes aren't enough to give away whether they're a half elf or a pure elf, because obviously, they have elven-looking eyes, but that could just have been part of the genetic makeup.
Yo, dude.
The eyes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
They do seem to be looking at you expectantly. Sort of the voice. The way he stands is kind of warm and welcoming, wanting you to feel like you're safe here.
If the rebellion is successful, which of you would take control of Neil?
Your colon backslash, what's good?
Or would it
Yo,
be
Anna.
a
Your Bickle.
democratic thing? Like,
Yo,
I
Jacob.
don't know. Which of you? Are
What's good, guys? Hello. Hello.
What are the plans? I know the plan is a rebellion, but what happens after?
A debate we have had for a very long time now. I am of the opinion that one of us 3 should be elected as to rule. The heart here believes a democratic vote of the people. The eyes of the rebellion has held their tongue on the matter.
Okay. And what are your future thoughts of addressing the problems of Neelis Arena? Because, of course, changing the governing body is only one step of many. The problem has deeper roots set in societal.
The heart sort of steps forward. Personally, I'm of the opinion that we need to stop with this stupid isolationism. We need to become a part of the wider community and help Gaidanus bring back Gargadon from the mountains and help the dwarves see the light of day again. If you think we're isolationists, you have no idea what it's like dealing with them. My colleagues here are of different mind. The voice thinks we should better prioritize the integration of the half-elves and the drow. The eyes thinks we should focus on rebuilding Neelis Serena before anything else. And we can leave all the other problems till once we have brought stability back to the city. Stability we will not have if we don't get the assistance from the other capitals. And you can kind of tell the eyes then looks at the heart, and it doesn't say anything, but you can. It's sort of a rolling of the eyes, kind of. Oh, we're doing this again.
I have a question.
They all look to you, Cassiopeia.
Why is it that the heart, the eyes, and the voice of the rebellion are all so out of sync with each other. Doesn't that strike you all as somewhat of a problem? I feel as though you should all be on the same page regarding these matters. So maybe before making any sort of drastic decisions about which direction to head in, we should solve this.
It is notable that obviously each of us as individuals have different opinions as to exactly how our city should be governed. But you cannot expect to agree with every single person of your committee on every single matter. Something, if you have not already learned, my friend, I'm sure you will soon, given your friends. From our understanding from the Spy Master, you all traveled together. At least you did when you arrived. But we all have a common goal. The freedom of Ocarina from the tyranny of Tree Heavenwood.
I propose a solution, and Cassiopeia will look to the party and to the others. We will put you, the three of you, into a small enclosed room, and lock you inside until you come to a conclusion on matters that you all agree on. Upon which time, we will review your proposals. How does this sound? And she'll look to the rest of the party.
Absolutely not.
No.
Tyrion will just sort of be like leaning away from Cassie a little bit.
Understood. And she'll step aside.
Well, I can certainly agree with your proposed solution, Hart, but I feel everyone's solutions, the three of yours, don't need to be so exclusive. We can have all three.
Where is this, by
It's
the way?
easily possible.
What country is this?
I suppose the issue we face is this war has been long and drawn out. Maybe not for the pure-blooded elves, but even they could admit that 7 years of war is 7 years wasted. When we do take this city back and give it back to the people, there will be much to do and very little resources to do it with.
Well, you mentioned gaining power and taking control of Ocarina away from Queen Tree. How is it you and your group plans on doing that?
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
I heard the clankety clank.
We love the clack.
Did it finally come through this time?
Yeah.
Mhm. We love the clack.
It's an 18.
Ooh.
Is that a good or a...
We won't give all details, obviously. It's still not entirely clear whether you're with us or against us. But the festival has given opportunity for people to move undetected more often than not, and more commonly than in regular times. Our people are moving. Plans are being put into motion. And whatever it is we plan to do, Queen Tree will not be on the throne for very much longer. Her tyranny will finally be at an end.
Do we know who she is marrying to and what the reasons are?
The suitors will be presenting themselves tomorrow. She will make her decision. And I've no doubt she'll want to be married as quickly as possible. The carnival wants to drag out the festival to try and make as much gold as it possibly can. The carnival is run by one of our informants. The gold that is raised will be used, placed into our vault, and will be used for reparations. But we fear Queen Tree is onto us, and wishes to end things quickly so as to prevent the flow of wealth out of those whom are her supporters.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. If she... Do we know where the people will side with? I mean, not like... I am aware that you have the support of half-elves and Joe. But... is there any support coming from... I mean, there probably is, but how...
That is the issue we currently face. We use our aliases to hide our names, as names can be very powerful in the world of magic, I'm sure. Some of you will understand. The rebellion does not have a face. And that is what we're trying to establish. Hopefully that face, with the power of the heart, the conviction of the voice, and the knowledge of the eyes, will be able to convince the greater community and the greater public that equality and peace between our people is the most important thing. That the elves are not split between the high and the wood and the drow and the half elves. We are just elves. The heart will kind of look over. At least on that we agree.
So, you're saying you would like, at best, someone who can take on this public-facing role?
We are looking through candidates. Captain Zora is currently the most favorable one, though he doesn't seem to be a fan of the idea.
Why not? Oh, I don't know if that picked up. I said why not.
Many of our people here fighting are the common. We are lumberjacks, we are blacksmiths, we are shop owners, tavern keepers. Most are not used to the idea of being, for lack of a better term, a celebrity. Zora wishes to fight and go home when it is done. He fears that by taking upon the mantle of the face, he may never get that life. It's upsetting, but it's also understandable. We do not wish to force it onto anyone, but we need it.
And are there other volunteers?
There are, but finding the one that fits the role is difficult. Many are enthusiastic about it, but we fear they're too hateful of the elves. There are those who are much more pure of heart, but also more anxious. And those who are undecided, of course. We've been trying to find ourselves a face for the better part of a month now. It's not exactly going well. I'm sure you can see. And there's a very pained smile on his face. Sort of dejected and almost heartbroken.
Tough luck. Out of character. Out of character. Out of character.
I just got
Tough
back.
shit, get good.
What did I miss? think I missed that one.
Effectively, they've been looking for a face of the rebellion for the better part of a month, and
Yeah.
the voice seems a little heartbroken at the fact that we've been doing this for so long. We don't have anyone. Oh God, we might actually lose.
I volunteer straight. No, I don't.
You could. You're Elfie, aren't you, Elfie? I was
Yeah.
just thinking about it because I was just sat here and I'm like,
I'm a high half elf, but I also don't want to be the face or anything because I'm trying to stay
Yeah,
covert.
the assassin. Yes.
The guy who's trying,
Well.
like, literally sneaking into the rebellion where he knows his dad is going to be at some point, and he wants to kill him.
Let's have
yeah.
Hitman Agent 47 lead the marches against the government.
well,
You'd get
I
results.
don't know. I don't know. It's like no pressure. Ah.
I still stand by my lock them in a room.
Who knows how
I
long
don't
we'd have to wait for them to agree on something.
Look, that sounds like their
I mean,
problem, honestly,
we-
to be perfectly real.
We even agree.
It'll
on
end up being
something.
hours soon enough.
Nah, we'll be fine. What's the worst that could
That's the
happen?
thing. When was the last time everyone in the party unanimously agreed on a thing?
I don't think we disagree
But,
too much. We don't have opportunities to make a decision collectively a lot of the
get
time.
yelled
I'm pretty agreeable.
I don't really. I don't know. Never mind.
I just yell at.
Cassiopeia will be pretty agreeable too. She's just suggesting a solution. She's just putting a, maybe an unfavorable pebble in the pile of marbles on the table, just to add to it.
Ah.
Well-
I have the or no an external.
I can
screen.
see the debate in Rye's eyes.
Yeah,
well-
but it's also yes.
Go on, no, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna be like, but she is recognizable, and also I forgot her name. Her, like Eliana also knows her face, at least the Maya one as well, and I'm like, interesting.
Well, it's almost
I got
like I made it
distracted by
so
Elise.
every member of the party in some way could fulfill the role of the face if they so wanted to.
Hey, Kritash, wanna be a rebellion prince or something?
Yeah, no. Specifically, ask the one person who deliberately hides his face.
Yeah,
The, re-
I
the
mean, not
rebellion
that- I
has no
didn't-
the rebellion has no face. We are all one. We are legion.
that could work as well.
Okay.
Your mask could be the symbol of the rebellion. And you are a chaotic little firecracker.
Who just got this mask?
Yeah, it can be a trend. You can wear the mask. Everyone can wear the mask.
Would help people at the end.
Yeah,
Which was kind of the point of the mask.
yeah. You can have a purpose.
He's
Other
so
than-
disappointed.
Why is he
Disgusted by the
disappointed?
idea of the suggestion.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just.
Especially since it's coming from the one person who this is probably like the best one suited for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
And
just
look-
a bard.
We'll have to we'll have to explain it to her slowly.
I'm gonna go back to keeping my mouth shut.
I'm happy to volunteer.
Is that an in-character thing?
Yeah, she'll say that. She's saying that.
Oh
out
hell
loud.
yeah! All right, let's go.
Cassie,
These are desperate
Yes.
matters. We cannot be deliberating for longer
I
than
feel we're moving a little too fast here.
as we should, as any rebellion should. Time is not on our side. We must act. And I, as a leader, will ensure that we do.
Roll
Well, you
charisma. No, you know
changed
what?
your tone when I last saw you, Cassie. This
Roll
is new.
charisma. Just straight charisma.
Where's my charisma? Oh, it's the... These ones are the saving throws. These ones are just charisma. It's a 6. Kinda accurate. Honestly, to be fair, that's about right. She's a little awkward. A little stilted. She hasn't done this before. Gotta
You've
trip
never
over
led a
once.
rebellion before. I could never guess.
I'm just, I'm just gonna like just kind of turn my head and just look at the three while she's doing that, and just like, you seeing this kind of I look with this a sense of unbelief, like wow.
I know you mean well, Cassie, but I don't think you quite fit the desired criteria of leading. Unification of the elves rebellion.
So here's the thing. The heart is looking at like, what the sort of, what the fuck is this? What do you mean? What the fuck?
Yeah,
The
I'm
voice,
with her on that.
the voice looks with surprise and sort of very unexpecting that, you know, from your stature, this sort of meek aristocrat is suddenly stepping forth and saying, "I will do this for you."
Small Borb.
And the eyes are staring at you with sheer curiosity.
I may not be the most well-rounded leader, but I can make decisions.
Are they good decisions? No, I'm not gonna.
I can
say
make
that.
them.
Am I gonna say? No, it's okay. It's okay. I was just shut my
With
mouth.
little to no deliberation. Take that as you will. That's my contribution to the table. But I will not assert on this matter further.
Roll persuasion.
Do I get advantage? Because I'm kind of putting myself out there a little bit now.
Brian convinced me.
Well, she's kind of stepped out of her comfort zone a little bit, but she's now, this is like the third kind of instance of her trying to, get something done proactively a little bit. So I feel like there's a little bit of now, there's more weight behind her words, this many statements in, as opposed to right at the beginning of this confrontation.
I will meet you halfway. You don't get advantage, but you do get an additional +2 for this roll.
Okay, alright.
Because it is a pattern that you've been building. I'll meet you halfway.
She's building. She was in construction for half a day. So, a person to the lay people. Alright, persuasion. Here we go.
Zephyr
That's
is a gracious
perception.
DM.
Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. Sorry, I have like dyslexia or something. Persuasion? It's 6 plus 2 is an 8.
Should have taken the first one.
Taste again.
Actually, it's an 8 because I get a plus 2.
If you are truly interested in joining our rebellion and being the face of our cause, we admire your tenacity and your enthusiasm. We will need to properly analyze your skills before we can just let you walk in and take up such an important role.
She'll stretch out
But
her
if you
wings at the suggestion and say, bind me and take me wherever you need to take me.
I don't think that will be necessary.
She'll put her arms, her wings back down. Slight tinge of disappointment shooting across her face.
Oh, she is into it, isn't she? This is what, the 5th time in this campaign?
I don't know what you're referring to. I see no patterns here.
You've requested to be bound. Oh dear. Oh dear.
You know, this is funny. This isn't a character trait that I initially, like, preconceived before this campaign started. It just kind of naturally integrated its way into the story. Sorry, Zephyr.
No, don't apologize. Don't apologize. This is not the kind of thing we should be sorry for. I need a moment to reset. Very well. If you are interested in joining our cause, perhaps we will see what it is you are capable of. Tell us, what is your skill set?
She'll think for a moment. I am very strong. I could kill you. And she just won't say anything else.
I mean,
It just gets worse.
She will not elaborate.
To respond to that.
I
The three most protected people in the rebellion. It's like, yeah, I could fucking murk your ass. Oh god.
I'm like a substitute teacher. I can feel any role. I can fill any role. Not very well, but I will step up to the challenge. And perform it. Full stop.
Can you just roll me a flat d20?
A flat d20. Look, Zephyr, I only have
Just a flat
three-dimensional
D20.
ones. Okay, hold on. How do I do that on this thing again? How do I just roll?
Are you on D&D Beyond or Roll20?
Oh, I figured it out. Boom. It's a 10.
was it.
Okay.
What is it with your rolls 2 fucking day, bestie? Like, I swear.
Look, my insight was really good, and the accidental perception that I didn't mean to roll was a 16.
They're gonna kind of look at you, and the heart is gonna go, for your sake. That was a joke, right?
It was a joke. It was a joke. I mean, statistically, probably she could, but she doesn't have the intentions to, if it helps.
And you will all sort of suddenly feel a slight warm glow coming from behind you, and behind Cassiopeia, a spiritual weapon has been summoned.
Okay.
You basically have this radiant-looking javelin just pointed directly between your eyes.
Oh, between my eyes.
Mm-hmm. And
Hold up.
Pritash will have identified with your passive perception that the heart subtle spell casted spiritual weapon.
It was in the threat.
Hello, Hanoof. Hello, welcome.
Wouldn't you want one on your side? That's pretty powerful. I mean, you guys are pretty powerful, obviously.
I can also kill our enemies. If needed.
That was what she should have gone with as the first point.
Tyrion will just sort of lean to Cassiopeia and whisper in her ear, I think that's your cue to apologize. And then stand back up.
She'll turn to Tyrion.
I think
Tyrion, I apologize.
straight up.
To them.
Yeah, at this point, Pritash is just. You can actively see him shaking his head as he's just turning. He's out. He's done. Provided they let me, I gotta walk away.
Are you leaving the room?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They won't stop you. As you step out, Zora is gonna kind of... You're free to have a look around. I assume you're done in there, but no leaving Sanctuary until we let you. There is a mess hall to the left, obviously training grounds in the center if you want to watch or take part or anything like that. And over to the right, we have bunks if you need to lie down or meditate or anything like that.
You have anything for headaches?
He'll give you a potion of healing. It's the best I can do. Sorry,
It was entirely rhetorical, and I'll hand it back.
I'll take the potion of healing if that's still on the table. If that offer
You're,
is there.
you're inside.
You're inside. He'll actually like put his hand up. Consider it an olive branch for almost shooting your friend.
You should have shot her. Just gonna walk.
Roll
somewhere.
intimidation.
No, I don't know. Well, okay. Intimidation
not-
wasn't what he was going for, but
But it's how it comes off.
okay.
It's more to see how intimidated he is by that.
Okay. That's a 19.
Yeah, as you're walking away, he's frozen. And not from your usual methods of freezing people, just... He
I can
does
do it
not
passively
know...
now. Hey.
Yeah. He does not know how to process that information. Like, he does... Like, that... It doesn't compute with him, clearly. Where would you like to go? We'll get back to the group in a moment.
I genuinely... He doesn't have a goal, just not be in that tent listening to that. He's just... He's at the point of, like, it's been a day, I haven't had a chance to lie down, and that is the only thing I want to... Honestly, actually, no, the beds. The beds.
Okay.
Deadass, he is going to lie down.
Alright, cool. You make your way into the bunks, and there's a couple people. You can see there's like maybe 3 look like drow playing cards in the corner, but there are sort of public beds and cots and hammocks. So you sort of find a soft little cot in the corner of the room and lie down.
You said the drow playing cards?
Yes.
I might sit down with them.
If you want to, we will. If that's what you want to do, we'll come back to you in a moment.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Curiosity.
Alrighty. In which case, we will go back to the tent. The 3 leaders, having watched Kritash just walk out. Right, Hart, I think there was a slight misinterpretation on everyone's part here. But, what is your name, Arakokra?
My name is. Should I use a code name or give you my real name?
That, I suppose, is up to you. There's no way we would know either way.
You can call me the Brain.
Isn't that ironic?
I thought it was pretty funny outside of character as a player.
Very well, Brain. If you are interested in joining the ranks, then make your way out to the training yard and pick the most suitable exercise to demonstrate your skills.
I can do this. Which way?
Right outside.
I shall walk in that direction. Outside.
Okay. And to the Celia, Takumi, and Tyrion. You can see the heart just looking at you 3, going, shaking their head.
We're with
Right.
you on that.
I need to know, what is your purpose here? Why did you come looking for us?
To hear your perspective on the conflict.
Why are you so interested in that? What's your end game?
Honestly, one close to yours, I would say. More unity between the different kingdoms. Because currently we're facing a war. And frankly, it's not going that great. And it's gonna affect pretty much everyone. Because the kingdoms being divided means that we're vulnerable. All of us.
A war with who?
Well, goblins for once. To start with.
I thought the spy master said that they brokered a peace treaty.
Well, tell that to the elves we found murdered by them on the way in to Neela's Arena.
Attacked by goblins.
Mm-hmm.
I see. In which case we must. And the heart will actually, in like a moment of contemplation, look to the voice. That changes things.
What does it change?
The goblins agreed with us that they wouldn't come into the enchanted forest, so long as we stayed out of the goblin war once we took over near Ocarina.
Huh.
Tell us everything you know about the attack.
I'm gonna look more to tackle me and the rest.
Well, we did recover one survivor. I helped escort them over to a medical establishment in the gardens. Maybe one of your informants can have a word with him when he comes to. But there was a carriage, and as my companions here have said, most were killed. One we found wounded, and evidence highly suggests it was a goblin attack because there was a message. A very cryptically worded short sentence. Nasher doesn't forget, something like that.
Didn't I also, our character, like, didn't I identify goblin footprints leading away from us?
So you identified goblin footprints and the fact that the attacks were done with elven weapons.
Did you find anything else on the scene, Tyrion? I'll gesture to him after I finish talking.
I was able to identify that there were goblin footprints leading away from the scene. And it also appeared that they were using elven weapons to do it.
They took your own weapons and used them on their own took the elven weapons and used them on elves.
Elven
Seems-
weapons?
That's what it would seem, yes.
Did they take them or were they given it?
We did not supply any weapons to the goblins, as they didn't for us.
Then how did they get them?
And
Do
why
we
would they
reckon
attack
they-
Trees God?
Infighting, maybe? Disagreement? It's one idea.
The voice sort of begins to stroke the sort of point of their chin. This is troubling. Elven weapons used by goblins to attack Queen Three's guard. In the enchanted forest where they're not supposed to be. That is your collection of the events? Your recollection of the events?
Given the evidence found, that's what appears to have happened.
I see. That is very concerning. How would the goblins got their hands on elven weapons? This information is very useful. Thank you.
And Tyrion give a
Perhaps.
light nod.
You're welcome.
Perhaps there is strength in an alliance between. You represent Gaidanus, correct? You're the Rangers of the Sun?
Yes, but we do come on our own accord. We did not get any permission from the Standing Lord. We wanted to investigate first and think and discuss among ourselves if it would be a viable option to offer him said alliance. If it comes down to it. And of course, if you would find it fitting as well.
Much to discuss. Much to ponder and consider. We will give you our answer. You're free to stay within Sanctuary. Remain within our borders until we have come up with a decision. Until such a point, feel free to use the facilities we have available. The food and drink, the beds, they are all open to you. But do not leave the premises.
I have a question. Do you happen to have anyone who can cast remove curse?
Let us consult our healers. We'll see what we can do. If it's
Thank
possible,
you.
we will consider it. We must
What the
consider every
hell is
use
this
of
word?
resource, of course.
Of course.
What is this word?
Our reasoning is a friend has possession of a cursed item that
It's got
is
a Y at the end.
not
It's got
ideal.
a CLI.
And we
That's
would like
all
to,
I know.
if we can, let's keep it between us and tell me what you decide.
Very well.
Thank you.
Okay. And as you three are permitted to exit the tent, we will go to Kritash, who sits at the table with the three drow who are sort of playing cards. And they are playing blackjack. Or the fantasy equivalent of, it's not called blackjack, but I don't have a name for it. But the rules are effectively basic rules of blackjack.
Very well.
I don't think I've ever seen you before. New recruit?
Not quite. It's a rather long story. Suffice
Well,
to say, security measures.
it
here
was
will be
Isley.
carried out.
Oh my god, that was hard. What the hell?
Right. Well, I wasn't on duty, so it's not my problem. You want a hand?
Sure. And I will.
You want a
at
drink
this
too?
point, I will remove my mask. No, thank you.
Fuck. No disrespect, but what happened to you, mate? You look like you've been through hell.
Old wounds.
Wow. Okay. Well, they didn't heal up too well, huh?
No, they didn't. But they will.
Okay. Alright, so we're gonna play some blackjack for a quick moment. I do not have a deck of cards on hand, but I do have a viable replacement, and I will be keeping track of what cards have and have not come out. Obviously, you're coming in midway through a game, so you're midway. It's the shoe, right? They call it the shoe. You're midway through a shoe. I think I remember that right. something like that. The mental casino. So you draw a 6 and an ace. Bring your total to 17 or 7. The two others you're playing with, as there's one person dealing, one of them busts, just straight up. I'll also say as well that the dealer got a 7 as well. And the other person stands on an 18. It is your turn.
Okay. So it's off 17, so it's a hit.
And you get 21 with a 4.
Well, I stand, don't I?
And the dealer busts. So you and the person to your right, you're sort of sat in the middle. You both win. Now, obviously, we don't really have much to bet with, so the way we're doing it is everyone who wins gets one of these. And they sort of reach underneath the stool and they pull out very small, we're talking like airplane size bottle of wine. I may have procured a bit of contraband. Not going to tell anyone, are you?
Tell anybody what? I'm blind, haven't you heard?
And he'll just kind of roll it over to your end of the table, and you'll see that the other individual very quickly pockets their bottle.
I will also pocket my bottle.
You could
Very
add a
deep
small
into my
bottle of
bag.
wine to your inventory.
Oh, wait.
All right. You want to play another hand?
I think, fun as this is, I should rest before I get another splitting headache.
If only you had something that'd help you sleep. And he'll give you a little wink.
I know, that would be so helpful. I will get up and lay down.
All right.
See, my gambling always pays off.
I figured you like a little bit of gambling. It's been a while since you've gambled.
It has. It's been a long time.
In which case, we'll go to Cassiopeia, who's made their way to the training yard. Zora in tow, following you very closely. So you're looking to prove yourself to the rebellion, eh?
I guess so. If nobody else is willing to step up, I'm giving it a shot.
You don't have many beast folk here, so we appreciate it. Your talons are coming quite helpful if things go awry.
Cassie will kind of
So-
eye her own talons as she says that.
So there's 3 ways you can test yourself here, and they'll sort of bring you over to a table to the side of the training yard where there is a sword and shield combination,
Mm-hmm.
a magical staff, and a crossbow.
She'll look at the items and then look back and say, I can certainly combine these into a new item if that's what you wish.
That would be a first. It's more so you can pick whichever one of these you want to use to show. You know, are you strength? Are you more magic? Or are you sharp shot?
Yeah, Cassie will look back again. This is interesting. I don't think she's ever fired an arrow. Or maybe she has, but not in a while. I don't know if she's ever used a crossbow before. She definitely doesn't... I mean, she's used to flinging fireballs and stuff. She'll pick up the staff, I think.
Okay. You may add a staff as an arcane focus to your inventory.
Okay. Alright, hold on.
So this will effectively act as a material component for any of your spells that you wish to use during this process. So once you've got that in tow, then just let me know.
All good. Stuff added as an arcane focus.
Mm-hmm. So, you are brought over to basically a set of 5 targets. You're 20 feet away from them, and they're sort of set up in the same way, you know, on a dotted die, how the 5 is laid out with sort of
Nice,
diagonals, is how they are laid out, each sort of 5 feet apart from one another. And
Okay.
my dogs are barking. It's very distracting. Take down the targets as quickly as possible with as few spells as possible, or add your own flair to it. However you want to do, just show us your unique skills. Do it in the most you way you can, I suppose. And it'll sort of step back a little bit.
Alright, hold on. Let me think for a second. So they're... Sorry, something fell over. So they're 5 feet apart from each other. So you've got the middle target, and then 5 feet out in each direction you've got a target. Is that right? Am I imagining that correctly? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And you are 20 feet away.
Okay, and they're on the ground, or where are they? They're on a...
They're on the ground, yeah. They're on the same level as you.
Perfect. In that case, I think this is just the perfect amount. Okay. Cassiopeia will cast Moonbeam on the targets. At 3rd level.
Alrighty. Roll me Arcana.
Roll Arcana, okay. Arcana is 7.
So, this is effectively, because we're looking at stationary targets here, so obviously they don't roll a save, but as you sort of cast this moonbeam, this silky silver light sort of rains down upon the targets, something you're very used to using, and you are now in concentration because I'm very bad at remembering that, so I'm vocalizing it, so hopefully I remember. And you are able to take down two of the targets are basically vaporized, but the other 3 still stand. So
okay.
I suppose the question is, do you want to continue casting Moonbeam, or do you want to do something a little bit different?
They're immune to the Moonbeam. Okay. Did I miss the targets, or are they immune?
Less so that you've missed, but it's effectively those 3 have basically the equivalent of having saved and not taken as much damage from the spell.
I see. Okay. Let me think. Let me think for a moment. What does this even do? That's okay. That's not gonna help. What about this though? Okay. She's gonna cast at 1st level Thunder Wave, which will create a wave of thunderous force sweeping out from under me. Each creature in in this case the target, will in a 15-foot cube orienting from you must make a Constitution saving throw. And then...
Don't forget you're 20 feet away though, so the 15-foot cube wouldn't quite reach.
Okay. Could I have, in that case, before casting this, could I have moved to the targets and casted this?
Absolutely. No,
Alright.
Absolutely you can.
She'll move over there and cast the cube.
Given the way Thunder Wave works, because it's a cube that basically you need to be adjacent to. It's not a cube centered on you. We've had this debate so many times in D&D. I have learned the Thunderclap Thunder Wave rule off by fucking heart because of it. Fuck you, Lau. You will be able to hit all 3 of the targets. So roll Arcana again. You're casting a 1st level spell, so I will allow you to have an advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Because it's taking less effort for you to,
18 with advantage.
To cast this.
The one time I get advantage, it's like I almost don't need it. It was like 15 and then 18. It's being wasted. It is, but 18 is pretty good though. I'll take it.
So effectively, you correct me if you want to have it any differently, but effectively you're using your wings to create this wave of force and thunder and energy.
Yeah, I
the
think so.
three of you that were coming out of the tent, you'll be coming out at roughly this point. Kritas, you'll have just settled in. There is a crack of thunder that echoes throughout the entirety of this underground cavern. Celia is not here, so I'll have her do it in a minute, but Tyrion and Takumi, can you both roll me a con save?
Con save.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like to lean over to the people still playing cards. There's that headache I was talking about.
How does a nat 1 sound?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Rai, could you roll me a con save, please?
I'm just checking
My first roll of the session, nat 1. Great.
I can't believe
16.
that. 16 and Takumi?
25.
Okay, so Takumi, you're used to the battlefield, right? You're sort of used to loud
Clearly.
noises. So you hear that, and you're shocked, but then you sort of look over at Cassie. Oh, she's cut. Yeah, okay. I don't know why you'd cast Thunderwave in an enclosed cave, but you know what? It works. That's fine. Celia, your ears are kind of ringing from this sudden shockwave that has hit you, and you know it's a little bit painful, but you know it's somewhat manageable. And Tyrion, you are deafened.
How
Just
do we
this-
help him out of that?
Your eardrums effectively burst. All you can hear
Jesus.
is this constant heavy ringing and the sound of your own heartbeat in your chest. You're deafened. Celia and Takumi, you'll both see Tyrion effectively keel over, clutching at his ears. This sort of grunt of pain coming from him. Cassie, the three remaining targets go flying off about 10 feet, and they shatter, colliding with themselves in the air. And you've done it.
Cool.
And you look around, and everyone is either looking at you in shock or covering their ears.
She will look stoic.
I
As-
imagine Tyrion would be just on his knees, like curled up, like
Yeah.
holding his ears.
You do see Tyrion clutching at his head, almost in a fetal position on the ground.
Can
Are
I
you okay?
can I run up and do cure wounds on Tyrion? Will this fix his eardrums?
I don't actually think it will, because I think it's lesser restoration that does that. So I don't actually think that'll cure his deafness.
But it is a wound to his eardrums.
Or if there's a duration on the deafness, should
There is a duration
Go.
on it, but if we're going because obviously spells will. You know what? I will allow for an Arcana check here to push your typical just sort of healing of injuries beyond its feasible limit on this occasion.
Okay. Arcana check.
But
Boom.
if you want to do that before you do that, before you give me the result, regardless of whether you succeed or fail, you will take a point of exhaustion.
Okay, I'm happy with that. It's an 11.
You rolled a natural 1, didn't you, Tyrion?
Yeah.
So that's not gonna clear it, unfortunately. You could feel that Cassie is trying, and the ringing goes down a little bit, but it's still it's very hard to hear. It's kind of like everyone's talking in a Pringles can.
Well, on the off
Is that
chance that
sort
he
of-
has any
Because you
other
know what
wounds, though,
Pringles
it is
is.
5 points of healing if Tyrion needs
Yeah,
to take any.
But Cassie, you now have a point of exhaustion.
You mean like level 1 of exhaustion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All good, all good.
Okay. Zora is gonna run over to you, all of you, and go. Is he okay? Are you all right, man?
He'll just be sort of looking around where like he's hearing a sound from, like not being able to make it out.
Okay. And he'll kind of look and sort of examine your ears. It looks like we're gonna have to take you to the clerics, and he'll sort of hoist you up and sort of put your arm around his shoulder and sort of help you guide a little bit. You're off balance, a very weird sensation of feeling your footstep but not hearing it properly, and it's a very uncomfortable, weird sensation as you're hearing sounds, but very odd. You almost hear like the rushing of blood as it goes around your ear. This, kind of listening to a very distant subway almost. Um, and Tyrion is very quickly taken off to the closest thing these people have to an infirmary. As Celia and Takumi are kind of left with Cassiopeia for a little bit.
Hi.
I like how Baron just sat there smiling. You bastard.
Will he be okay?
I think he's
Honest-
addressing Celia and
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, you'd better hope he will be.
I sure hope so. How are you two doing anyway?
What was that?
How are you two doing anyway?
I'm okay. The talk in their answers were, well, I'm glad they came across as more agreeable than the alternative.
Mhm.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm curious to see how this will all pan out. I don't really truly believe that I will become the leader of this rebellion, but for the time being, if nobody else is stepping up, I figured I might as well step up to the plate.
We probably would have to talk to Dormir about it before because we are currently representing Gaidanas, so I don't know how okay it would be for any of us to come into such a role. What?
So the chat, he's making me laugh in the chat.
So is that what all that thunder was about?
Yeah, I was
Were you trying to
showcasing.
prove yourself?
I was showcasing some of my magical ability.
Well, might have been a double-edged sword going with that choice, but I hope he'll be okay too.
Do we want to go and see? Like, they took him, right?
We can go check on him. Where is
Yeah.
Kritash, by the way?
I think your threat for Zelda, not threat, but made him want to leave us and never come back.
She doesn't laugh. I see. I hope he knows I wasn't planning on murdering him.
I mean, you almost did that one time, but yeah, I don't think he thought you were.
That would be a pretty cool match, though. Cassiopeia versus Kritash? That would be kind of cool. But she doesn't say that. I'm thinking that as a player. But she'll walk over to the infirmary where Tyrion is.
Alrighty, and as you go over to the infirmary, we're going to take a very short break because we're getting close to the 90-minute mark. So we, give a chance to run to the bathroom, get some drinks, beverages of whatever sort, whatever you need, stretch your legs. Baronade, address your own chat. We will be back in probably 5 or so minutes. My chat will still be able to hear us. Because chat is so good and wonderful and great. Yay.
we love chat.
We love Chad.
But we will be back in a moment. Thank you all very much for joining us so far, and we will see you very, very soon. And I need to go close my door because this house is so fucking loud.
A
Wow.
little bit.
Wow.
And I will be right back. Thanks, Cassie.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Cassius does not see us. Wait, get it?
Not see, but hear.
What did I say? I don't know what I said. I'm so sleepy.
I,
I'm good, like,
I
I'm
think
good.
I think you asked if they can see us, but no.
Yeah, I said they can hear us and not see us.
Yeah.
I will also
At least on
go
my end.
pee and get a drink refill. They like us. Chat says they like us. They really like us. We do. I do at least.
Who likes us?
We like chat. We love chat.
Do
Mmm.
we?
I do.
Mmm.
I'm joking. We do like chat.
Look, you gotta. Otherwise, it's torture. You know. What is that? What is the Stockholm syndrome? The name of the thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take this moment to get a water refill, and I'll also go pee, and I'll come back.
Go
Yes.
for
And
it.
in the meantime, can your chat still hear us, Baronade?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Because they heard me say that we love chat and we were already on BRB at that point. So.
Yes, I was. Hello. I was gonna, while he was still here, I was gonna make a joke, half shouting out like the thing that he sponsored, because he has like a code for some like cool like electrolyte drink or something, but I can't find it in his chat now, so it's not. I can't even like be like, support Baronade, make him suffer, give him subs or not. Just
Well,
it was-
I'm gonna shout him out here. So for people in my end of things, because I can talk to chat now, because I'm not trying to run the story. Baronade's doing the subathon, so go give him the love, go give him the monies. I want him streaming for the next 3.5 business days at least.
But also, it's okay if you don't have the monies. You can also lurk and interact in other ways to
I mean
support.
that's exactly it. Like lurking's half the joy of it. So, you know.
I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be the Mockingjay. I mean, Cassie technically fits some of the criteria because she's a
See-
bird.
See, it wasn't intended necessarily for like it, but for Neil Serena to just be the Hunger Games part of this show, but that's what it's
Oh, I
turned out
love it.
being. That's what it ended up being. Like the wigs and stuff was kind of intended, but I was like, oh fuck yeah, no, I've just got the Mockingjay, haven't I? Shit. How you doing,
Yeah, we have
Anna?
a rebellion,
Yes.
and yeah.
And
And I'm
Hex,
curious because I like this part, and I'm like, I like the idea of like the Mockingjay, but I feel like, are we looking for a third fucking identity at this point? Because like Eliana knows Maya, right? Some people know Celia, right? And who's gonna be the Mockingjay?
Yeah.
Like, I'm out of names. Maybe she's gonna be Raven, because that's like a nickname. I think Malachi suggested it. Like,
That's
no,
what I forgot to do. I forgot to turn off my points thing. Shit, I know I forgot something. Hold on, let me refund that. Let me refund that for you.
Did
Hex,
someone
sorry.
redeem or anything?
Yeah,
Oh.
they redeemed text to speech, and I don't have text to speech on my D&D. So I'm sorry, Heck. I forgot to turn them off. Let me do that quickly.
I mean, you can still pet yourself. No,
I've got JR with me.
what does
in-
that? Oh, it's the dog. Cause
Yes.
okay,
he's
because
my
I
pillow.
said I saw the JR and my mind went like CJ,
Yeah,
CJ, JR.
pet. Yeah, that was. Hold on. Let me
I
turn
don't-
these point things. I always forget something. At least it was something like minor like this, and it wasn't something really, really important. Like, oh, you know, I forgot to fucking title the stream.
Oh, I did a singing stream, but I forgot to update the title, so and like the category, so I was just like singing to Good Pizza, Great Pizza for like an hour.
Yes, I know if I turn this off, it'll disable it. That's the fucking point, Twitch.
Hello.
I've been doing this 3 years. I know what I'm doing.
Welcome
Yeah.
back,
Hello.
Mr. Marinade.
Hello.
Hello.
I really like that we started doing little breaks because they give me happiness and they give me like a little time to scream into the void and scream about like Celia choices. 'Cause again, I'm like, we gotta check with Mr. Not Official Leader and shit. Hello, what do you? Oh, okay, sorry. She wants under. She wants to
You
be
re-
warm.
Do I really know what I'm doing? My head's like, does anyone know what they're doing?
How we do
Um,
my hairs.
How are we, Marhes? But yeah, don't worry. Heck, if you spent the million for the face reveal, we would know. That's the one sound alert that's still on the Trinity Isle thing.
Mm,
Just,
okay.
oh god. I hope it's not revealed in Trinity Isle because I don't have a screen for it. Whereas like all my other ones, I have a very specific screen for the face reveal that I've put together, and it's like really shit and collagey, but it's also very me.
These are very
Okay.
cute channel point redemption icons, by the way. I love these.
Oh, I know. It's like, I had this like really niche artist do them for me. Like, I don't know what happened to them though.
Either died
don't
of
know.
smelling
Do you
bad.
actually have a? Do you actually have a place where you post like your art as well, Barry? Because I don't know if I've seen that much.
DeviantArt.
No, you did not.
That's what I use. I don't know what the cool kids nowadays use.
Instagram.
True,
I
maybe.
mean, Instagram's still shit as well, but like.
I just
Instagram.
I just
I was
used
gonna
to
say
use DeviantArt
cool
in like high
kids.
school, and I just don't know what people use nowadays. So I just keep using it.
Send me a link to your DeviantArt. I want to see.
Sure, we'll do. I'll post it in chat.
Oh my god, yeah.
Lead the Revolution. I also need to disable that for this stream. Lead the Revolution is our raid point redemption. So basically, you pick who we raid. Heck, I will turn it off for this stream because we will be raiding Baronet at the end of the stream because he's doing
Oh,
a
that's so
thing.
kind of you.
Boy.
Voice is dying. Lots of love for you.
That's so kind of you.
Oh, don't mock him.
What's going
I'm
on?
allowed to. My voice just
We're
does that day to
bullying.
day.
I mean, he's been bullying us today. It's okay.
That's okay. You can bully me.
Bullying
Look,
Baronet? I've been doing that for years.
Wait, is it final 24 hours on his stream? Excuse me?
For
we're
now.
last
It's
19.
19 hours.
I'm like
Someone fuck
avoiding
shit up.
mentioning it because I'm a
No,
little
we
scared.
gotta give more. Or
More
don't.
money.
Ma ba ba.
I'll be stuck here. My voice is
Make
gonna
stuff
completely
up.
disappear at this rate.
Still need points. We're gonna be here for a while. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get the face reveal, but that's the point.
Who has the most points in your channel? I'm
I don't.
curious.
Where do I check that?
I don't
think
it was
you
can
check.
Wait.
I've got 48k.
Yeah, you can.
Where are you guys at?
147k.
Oh man! Damn.
I've already seen your
208.
face though. So.
Dude, damn! You guys have crazy
What was
amounts.
that shadow? What was that shadow?
280,000.
Okay, you fucking win. You fucking win.
did
I'm
it.
151k.
I've got 281k in Baronades.
Is it 281?
I have
What?
Fahrenheit.
Jesus Christ!
I've got
Uh,
46k because I keep spending mine on like making different commands.
I have 51k.
That's not even the
I
most
might
I've
want
got on your
VIP
channel.
at some point.
Mm.
I might save.
Shout
But I
out
also
Sea
want to
Legends.
spend a lot. I must.
Do you want to know how many points I've got in the most like viewed channel I've been in? 679,000.
Jesus, whose channel is that in?
That's a GTA roleplay that I watch.
Ah.
I got like he streams like 8+ hours a day, and I just have his stream on in the background usually.
Nice, that's
You
good.
don't know what
I
to do.
did- What does the Uwu do?
I just
Did
go.
the
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't hear it.
Okay,
I definitely heard it. My stream got that clear as day.
there you
Oh
go.
my god.
3 for the price of one
That's
special.
That's not cute.
I think
I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
cute,
save
but
up. I think I'm gonna save up 100k because I'm already a VIP in your chat, but like, just to flex, just to flex
Yeah.
on people.
Nice.
Like,
Honestly,
Nice.
honestly, like Baronet used to have his VIP thing at 1 million, and I wanted to like get up to 1 million points, just to like I'm a mod. I wanted to like get up to 1 million, request to be a VIP so I could retire.
Anna's
Ugh.
highest is 134,522 saved up, or 32. Sorry, saved up somewhere. See, I want to be able to get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just try and keep it at that.
Just never go into the channel again. Oh, you mean
Yep.
like spending it? Never mind.
Yep. Just like keep it balanced, yeah. Flex,
Like
you
you say,
say, but
CJ.
Mars, I know you have a lot, but you're one of his mods. It's cheating.
I have nearly 200,000.
Yeah.
Damn. You know, it's a crazy man,
what?
actually. I don't know who has the most. I think it might be Meta Forever. I think he has like close to like 1.5 million or something somehow. It's like an absolutely
What I-
absurd amount.
You know what? I'm gonna spend my 100k tea leaves. They're called tea leaves in your chat, right? Yeah, tea
There I
leaves.
am.
I'm gonna spend them to have my VIP transfer to Rai. That's my plan.
That's not how that works, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
That's no. It's
Scaminade.
okay.
Scaminade.
I'll save. I'm halfway there, but I get distracted by woos and other things. I think I've made you show me horses a few times. Maybe I would have been VIP if I just didn't like horses.
They're irresistible. The
I
horses
That's-
are.
like
that's-
horses, which means that's why I should be a VIP because I like horses as well. I have this baby right here.
Rai's on a tangent right now. It's so good.
Oh, cute! Nice rarity.
Yeah. See, that's the joy of my
See,
chat. It's like.
I showed you a horse. Give me 5k points.
All
right, if
He
you-
requested it.
that's it. It wasn't requested. You just gave that shit for
All right,
free.
I'll tell you what. If you go live for the second time this year, I'll give you 5,000 channel points. Okay? I'm kidding. I love you.
What do you mean second? I've been.
Yeah,
more
she-
than that.
I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding. I'm
she's
kidding.
Oh.
I'm just being
Right,
mean.
should we get back to it? Should we get back to
No,
it?
I like this.
Oh,
This is just now the podcast.
I do feel like I need to do that more. Just like go into one of my Discord like channels and just start streaming and just see what the just like, oh fuck it, come here, have a tote. Let's watch some fucking YouTube or some shit. I don't know.
Oh my god, it's turning into a reaction content creator. Zephyr, I'm gonna have to disavow this completely.
Well, no, it's like I really like the YouTube content where it's just a friend group in a Discord call and shit happens. Sometimes you play a game, sometimes you debate the meaning of life. You don't know.
True.
So, yeah, I need to do that. Wait, I need
I remember when we did that interview, Baronade, where it was like 4 a.m. for me or something.
Oh yeah, that was a
remember
fun,
when,
wholesome
remember when
time.
you said you were going to make a video series out of those?
I was thinking about it, and then it never turned into anything ever again. For
I've
shame.
got so many scripts that I'm probably never gonna publish, but I'm really proud of. I've got a fucking Road 96 video just waiting to be rewritten. But
played it.
you gotta play
I
it.
will. I will. I'm currently obsessed with 2 Point Campus. I
2
really
Point.
like it.
I
Yeah,
see.
It was on.
Right.
Sorry, I have.
Let's-
the-
Let's get back to the thing because I don't want to waste everybody's time.
It's not wasteful. It's fine.
I know, but we got a show to run.
We do have a show. It sounds like a you problem. I'm joking. Sorry.
That's a skill issue. Fuck you being a producer. But hell yeah, right, let's go. Thank you everybody for the love. We adore you all. Mahis, Anna, Heck, all the lovely peoples. Let's go fix Ruby's ears. 3, 2. Ladies
Now
and gentlemen,
everybody scream.
welcome back to the show. God damn it!
You
we roll with
said,
it.
You
I
said
wish-
let's go
I-
fix Ruby's ears, and I said let's all scream. It was in context. I forgot that you were
Oh,
actually moving.
But
on
yeah,
the
no,
thing.
that's how we do the count because you do 3, 2, and then you silence, so you have a nice sort of transitional period for the motions and whatever. And then you go. Fine, we roll with it. We do shit. We do one take
You
here. We don't give a fuck.
silence from us. Excuse me.
Ow, my ears!
There we go.
All right.
I am also
So-
going into the infirmary.
Mm-hmm. So, Tyrion, as you are guided over to one of the beds in this sort of little infirmary shack that they have set up here, Zora places you down for very quickly going over to this individual, and they are effectively a plague doctor. They're dressed in full black with a cloak and a hood, a mask with a long protruding nose sort of coming out from underneath the cowl of the hood. Sort of coming over to you, and they'll sort of, push your head to the side slightly, and sort of look at your ears, and you can kind of see in one of the lenses, like the eye lenses of the mask, it rotates and seems to almost like. Obviously, Tyrion wouldn't know what one of these is, but like a camera shutter, kind of focusing in. And then they sort of look over to Zora, nod, and they go over to this alchemy table that they have set up on the far side of the room. And it would be at this point where Celia, Takumi, and Cassiopeia sort of make your way inside, and you see this black cloaked individual sort of going through what look to be some papers and scrolls. And you see Tyrion sat on one of the beds, still very much discomfited by the ringing in his ears, and Zora standing next to him, arms crossed. What would you like to do?
Only I use sign language.
What? If
Like-
Celia can't know French, how can you know sign language? You have no fingers.
I said if only. I'd have,
Ah.
that would be cool, but I don't think. Actually, Zephyr, does Cassiopeia know sign language?
You don't
Which-
know sign language, you don't have appendages.
It
And
would
that
just
was
look like
your
you're getting
choice.
Naruto thing.
She could go like this,
You could probably have about 50 words with that, and that's
Oh!
about it.
I have 50 words. Okay, which do I have? Are there the 50 most common words?
I wasn't saying you could, you have them.
Like, theoretically, you haven't
Yeah.
actually just like
Probably.
thought, do I know sign language? I'll
Has-
give it a go.
Is there a check that I can roll to see if I know the 50 most common
No,
sign
there
language
is
words?
not. There is not. You do not know sign language.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. She looked at everybody else. Do any of you know sign language?
Do I?
Roll intelligence for me, I suppose.
He's gonna invent sign language. Like, imagine him nat 20ing it.
I got a 10.
You know very basic words for common sign language, but they are sort of very basic because, having served with the it's the Harpers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your faction. Having served with the it's been so long since we brought them up. Serving with the Harpers, very basic ones for when you're on the battlefield. But there are things like come, stop, reinforcements, left, right, north, south, east, west. You wouldn't really know how to do cohesive conversation in sign language, and you don't know if Tyrion knows sign language.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really well versed in it, but I'm really just here just to make sure Tyrion's okay. And if you want to talk to anyone, I would try just talking. I don't think sign language is necessary.
Guess your people know.
The plague doctor kind of comes over to you, Tyrion, and with a scroll in hand kind of opens it and begins a small incantation casting lesser restoration on you, and you are no longer deafened.
It was just let out a deep sigh.
Apologies, Tyrion. Are you feeling alright?
You couldn't have chosen something else to cast.
I didn't know that the storm would rupture your eardrums.
In any case, yes, I feel fine. And he'll look to the doctor. Thank you.
Had I known it would be the case, I would not have cast it. I guess your people looks genuinely sorry for it.
You know for the future.
And she'll nod.
And Tyrion will get up out of the chair and test his balance.
You're a little shaky, but the restorations kind of also sort of helped you with your sense of balance and poise. So after a few steps, you kind of you reacclimatize to how it would have normally been. Luckily, because you weren't deafened for very long, the effects weren't as aggressive. Remind me, Kritash, are you like actually trying to sort of take a little bit of a power nap here, or just sort of laying with your eyes open?
Yeah, probably. I'm probably taking a bit of a nap, just laying down and actually taking a nap for the first time in forever.
For the first time in a very long time, you actually kind of begin to try and let yourself relax. And you use a few of your meditation techniques to sort of calm yourself a little bit, but you let yourself drift off into a light sleep. And you know, you're not someone who sleeps very often. Meditation is obviously not the same as sleep. The only time you would have really slept recently is that time in the hotel, where you had the dream of the Feywild, if that was a dream. So you're drifting, and a weight is lifted off your shoulders, and begin to dream. A sensation you are not very familiar with at all. You're just floating, and you look above you, and it's a cosmos. Stardust of all colors and forms. Diamonds that are distant stars. Drifting through that quiet, gentle void. A kaleidoscope of light above you and around you. No turmoil. No trouble. Genuine bliss and peace. For the first time in a very long time, you let yourself rest. As you're floating through this lazy river, let's call it, you see celestial bodies, moons and worlds. One that your mind has dreamt up. One is an entire sphere of ice. Another is a blue star. One in particular is this round spherical body with rings. Every color you could imagine reflecting off of it. This gentle, serene setting around you. And you feel a tear in the corner of your eye. Very quickly, you blink it away. You don't do that. You don't show that. But you do allow yourself a moment of respite. A moment to dream. Some time will pass before your eyes open again. And as someone who's not used to sleep, the room's almost sort of spinning a little bit. You have a slight groggy feel to you. But you feel good. You have advantage on your next roll. What would you like to do now?
Wait. I think genuinely I'm just gonna, for now, gonna lay there, just enjoy the peace and quiet that I've got for this moment.
It won't last long.
No, it won't.
The rest of the group, Tyrion has fully recovered at this point, and the plague doctor, without words, has gone back to his table and treating the wounded. There are a couple other people in here, some with bandages on. Some seem to be on the cusp of full recovery. And Zora has sort of left you all to your own business, gone to perhaps oversee training or get himself some rest. But Kritash has not been seen in some time at this point, probably about 10 to 15 minutes. And whatever you guys want to do, the floor is open.
Cassiopeia doesn't have anything she wants to do. She's just awaiting the results of her trial, I guess.
What exactly was it you were doing out there again?
I was breaking some targets with my arcane abilities. I believe I was just showing off my magical prowess. But I've yet to hear the results of that, so I'm not quite sure myself.
Did they say when they'd get back to you?
They did not. Did they, Zephyr? I don't think they did, right? They just kind of left in shock
No,
after the
so-
explosion of thunder.
Yeah, so Zora would have been the one that's kind of in charge of seeing what you can do and then relaying that information. You imagine it'll take a little bit of time for people to confer and kind of be like, okay, this is what they're capable of, this is what they do, how can we best utilize that for our rebellion?
Yeah, I don't think they gave a timeline because they were rushing to help me.
Yeah.
Also true, yeah.
Would we like to look for Kritash maybe?
I think that was, yeah.
I will remain here. I have a feeling that Kritash would rather not see my face at the moment.
Also, probably true.
Yeah, probably, definitely true. Do we know, like, I don't know where.
Let's take a look around.
Yeah. And if we see him, you hide, Cassie. Yeah.
I will remain here, but I won't hide.
Okay,
I was half joking, but yeah, that's that.
respectable.
How does one half joke?
That is a good question. I guess I don't know. I'll maybe ponder on that.
Cassiopeia looks lost in
Maybe
thought.
Yes.
And Tyrion was start to walk around and observe the surroundings.
So there is no sign of Kritash, at least on the in the main cavern itself. There is the mess hall, and there is the bunks that you can search. As you gather, it's unlikely that he's gone to see the three leaders again, given the situation and the context.
Tyrion will head towards the mess hall.
Okay. As you enter, it's sort of this almost kind of log house kind of building. It's very long. It's a little narrow. There's about 10 people in here and 2 people cooking. None of them match Kritash's sort of robe or the mask that you're so used to him wearing. But as you do kind of look, and you can see most of them, there's a sort of slight heaviness to the atmosphere. It's almost melancholy. People seem to be sort of at their wits' end with what is going on.
Yeah, I think then Tyrion will turn around and head back out towards the bunks.
Okay. Celia and Takumi sort of see Tyrion go into the mess hall a little bit, come back out, sort of shake his head,
Not
head
in
over
there.
to the bunks.
Okay, I'll follow. I follow you deep sea,
Yeah.
baby.
And you know, Tyrion, as you sort of poke your head in, you see three individuals seeming playing cards in the corner, and then Kritash kind of just laying, staring up at the ceiling. The most aloof you have ever seen him.
I'll pop my head back out and just point, gesturing
Okay.
to Celia and Takumi that he's in there.
I will go in
Yeah, I'll
and approach.
go with the two.
Alright. Kritash, you are approached by Celia and Takumi with Tyrion kind of hanging out near the door. How do you respond to their presence?
Sort of just look up to, like, look backwards up towards them. And how did everything go?
How is he positioned on the bed?
He is laying down, basically, like arms behind his head. His mask is just sitting on his chest.
My brain is computing. Celia's just gonna kind of like sigh a little and maybe like push him a bit on the side and just lay flat next to him and look at the ceiling as well. It went as you'd expect it to go. It was okay. Cassie's doing trials to be the leader of the rebellion. She's got the right spirit.
She certainly has that.
Also, I can hear again.
Oh, she deafened Tyrion. Yeah. She cast our favorite spell.
I heard it from here. Yes.
Yeah. So now we're waiting to. I asked them if we would want to potentially, like, if they would be up for a potential alliance in the future before we bring anything up to Lord Dermir. Like, they know we aren't acting in his, like, I don't know the word. We're not directly tied by coming here with him. And that, yeah, we came to check it out before approaching him with anything, so we know.
See.
What were you up to?
I had a nap.
Oh, that sounds nice. How did it go?
I haven't had a nap in a long time. It was interesting.
I used to like taking naps. Just lay down on a random lounge thing around the house. Wake up a few hours later by Hester with tea and biscuits. Celia's just gonna like look up at stare at the ceiling, kind of like dazed, a little daydreamy, remembering.
You can almost smell it. As you sort of delve into memory, there's this sort of. There was always that herbal smell when she was around. You know, she always brewing something. The clack of the heels on her shoes through the hallways, an ever-present heartbeat of the house. And the way the biscuits would crumble as you bit, causing a mess, especially when you were young. But she would never raise her voice at you. Only smile with those soft eyes. You feel this weight off your chest as you let out this big, exasperated sigh. Letting yourself reminisce over what, right now, feels like an entirely different life.
I think Celia's gonna drift off at this point. I think she was more tired than she thought. Just gonna take a little nap.
Ritash, you kind of feel, and Takumi, you see Celia's head just slowly falling onto the side of Ritash's torso, sort of just resting up against your pectoral muscle. And then just this very light snoring as suddenly, you know, whereas before she was kind of being delicate, just sort of being there, now there's just this slight weight on your chest. Tyrion, you sort of look over and there's, you know, they seem so young and free and don't need to worry about the little things in life. You feel this smile creasing over you subconsciously.
Yeah, that's why I'll actually have a look over at the table while they're playing cards.
Roll me perception.
Not a nat one, not a nat one. Guys.
Never ask for it. Never ask for it because you'll get it.
What was it? Perception? So that'll be a 15.
Every couple of hands, you can see them sort of, you know, doing a very weird handshake with one another. It sticks out to you that there's something going on that you're not quite sure what, you know, what they'd be up to, you know, what they'd be after, but there's something a little weird about that card game.
I'll walk over and investigate.
And sort of observe a little bit, watching a couple of hands.
Yo, Yasmin, how are you
sort
doing?
of doing this nonchalantly,
How
or
are you,
kind of
Yasmin?
making yourself known?
Less than a day. 18 hours.
Just sort
Almost
of
there. How are you doing,
like
Yasmin?
yeah, kind of nonchalantly, just walking up and taking a bit of a wide berth around to look at the table more clearly.
What's your stealth bonus? So what's the plus for it?
How's the
The
Mario treating? How are
stealth
things?
is +6.
Okay. See, I've always thought you should have sort of like a passive stealth.
Okay, what are we
thing,
watching?
So
I'm playing a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons,
Okay.
but I'm currently muted.
But you know, they don't really seem to pay much attention to you.
So we're
roll me another
playing
perception,
currently.
This time with
I couldn't move the
advantage
D&D
because you're
session,
so
so
close.
I'm just playing with friends for this session, and then in an hour it'll be done
11's
roughly,
Okay.
and then we're back to the game grinding.
Okay.
So yeah, that's gonna be 14.
Okay. Because you're close, it's a
Look
bit
at my
easy
little
to
character
see.
over here.
Whoever
Cassiopeia.
wins a hand, they get pawned off a small bottle.
D&D gotcha, yeah.
Glass,
My one
green
session.
in color. You
That
can't
happens
quite
once every
tell
2
the liquid
weeks.
inside. Each with
I
like
just
a
ended up
very
getting
small
swallowed by the
cork of-
Subathon.
I walk close to the table and say, What are you playing?
It's just this old card game. My old man taught me when I was growing up. It's a human game. I'm pretty sure. Not sure what it's called.
Mind if I sit in for a hand?
By all means, we were just about to reshuffle.
I think it's lightly raining outside as well.
Then we'll take a seat.
Okay.
Finish comms for BDEF LTA, so we start turning.
Right, give me a
Yo, how did the
moment to get
comms
this
go?
back up. So, again, you're sort of sitting in the middle. You've got a player on either side of you, and then of course you have the dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Very quickly.
Oh, yep.
Am I able to hear this behind me?
Are you actively trying to hear it out? Like, try and see what's going on?
Not
Tomorrow's ACRUK's birthday stream, so I'm gonna
Okay,
race him. I
what's
set up for that.
passive?
Yo, good luck, good luck, good luck. I hope the race goes amazingly.
I'd say you'd be able to. Like, it's not the biggest room in the world. It's pretty enclosed, and you're underground as well, so sound, can only go so far. So, yeah, you wouldn't hear everything, but you would definitely get the notion that Tyrion's
48, 32,
sitting
48,
down and
46.
playing
God
around.
damn, they're fast.
Without disturbing
gamers.
Celia, am I able to get an eye around to see Tyrion?
You'd be able to lift your head up, yeah.
Tyrion, in your head, you're gonna hear, if you happen to win, you know nothing. Got it?
And Tyrion will nod slightly.
I've made a few minutes, just wanted to check in before bed. I'll get lots of love. I hope you have
At
a lovely
this
rest tonight,
point,
Yasmin,
when
okay?
I see
Get some good sleep.
Celia like falling asleep,
I'll probably
and
see you
Tyrion
morning.
going that way, I'll just
at the
say
end of the final day, maybe.
I'll just leave you all to
I'm
it.
taking a quarter friends.
for
I'll have to
now, then,
rewatch. I'm gonna
and I'll
rewatch your
turn around
commentary
and-
set.
Leave the room.
See how you went.
Okay. We will follow you in a moment. We're going to very quickly do a hand for Ruby. Ruby, the person to your left is Delta 9.
Mm-hmm.
You are dealt...
We see we're gonna won the race,
thought that
Finny.
was his
Finny
name
has
for
a
a minute, it's like, it's
crazy
Delta
time.
9.
Finny's so
Delta
fast.
9.
Giving Cameron right there.
Finny's
what
nuts.
he's doing.
You are Delta 4.
His VC time is like
Mhm.
really
Person
fast.
to your right is
Or is that a left or
Delta
insane? Yeah, they're all cracked, it seems like.
an 8. And the dealer is Delta 6. Then
tearing
the
up for
person
Leon.
to your left is Delta 8, which I believe takes them to a total of 15.
Get some good rest, Yasmin,
Unless I'm
alright?
very
I'll
bad
see you
at math.
around.
17. There you go.
Appreciate you popping by.
Um,
Have a lovely one, okay?
9,
I'm-
4, 6.
Yep.
I forget what the deal I had.
The dealer,
9486.
yeah, the dealer had the 6. So they are now on 17.
Yep.
You get an 8, which puts you on 12.
Yep.
Person to your right gets a 10, a face, a queen, in case you're card counting. No, it's a fresh shuffle, but and the dealer, gets their card as well.
Yeah, it's Spike by controller mid race. What are you writing?
The
is
person
fan
with
fiction.
17 is going to stand. What would you like to do?
I'll hit.
You get a 4, taking you to 16.
Tyrion will raise a hand to punch to his chin. I'll stand.
Okay. And the person to your right is going to take a gamble, and they're going to hit. And they get a 9,
I may press
and
that.
they bust. Would you like to roll insight for me?
Do I have like a best
Real
time?
quick.
It's the flag button.
9.
You can obviously, from what little you do know, or however much you know, you could tell that it was a weird move to take that gamble. But there's not really much you can tell on that. The dealer reveals that with their 8, they had a 3, bringing them to 11.
Was not a
And
6 the dealer had.
It was I thought it was the person to the right that had the 6.
No. Deal had the 6. That's
Deal
on the
had
right,
6.
had the 8.
I'm writing yours.
I was okay. So I've done that the wrong way around then.
It's 9, 4, 8, 6.
No, I'm with you now. So yeah, but they had a 3. So that's a 9. That's why that is. Okay. So yeah, they are now on a 9. They're gonna take another hit. And they get a 7, putting them on 16. And they're going to take another card. And they bust with a 10. And that is a 10. So you and the other player both win the round. And you can see the dealer kind of... We don't exactly have gold to barter with and gamble with, so little reward, and he rolls you one of those small green glass bottles, and as you examine it, you can tell that it is a bottle of wine.
I'll pocket it and I'll look around at the table and I'll take out 3 gold pieces and slide one to each of the dealer and the 2 players.
Well, sort
And
of appreciate that. It'll keep us fed when we're out and about.
I prefer it to be an exchange rather than, there didn't appear to be any risk involved.
Just keep it to yourself, yeah? That's the risk we play. And they go back to dealing cards. Cassiopeia.
I stand.
Cassiopeia, as you sort of are in the infirmary, did you go anywhere from here, or did you sort of hang out for a little bit?
Go anywhere from just like chilling there? I think I'd just
Yeah,
stay in a
the
place where I could be
infirmary.
found if they came back with my trial results. If they're looking for me, I'm not gonna like hide out anywhere or anything like that. I'll just kind of
Sort of-
stay roughly around where I was.
Sort of perched just outside the infirmary, we'll say.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
And after a little bit, you'll see Takumi come out. Takumi, you'll see Cassiopeia from across the cavern, just kind of sitting on a small bench outside the infirmary. Takumi, is there anywhere in particular you would like to go?
I think I'll just chat with Cassie for a little first before I go to the mess hall where
All right.
Tyrion went earlier.
By all means, take it away.
Hello.
Hello.
Still waiting on your word back?
At the moment, yes. I haven't gotten any word back about my results.
Okay. Hopefully they'll get to it soon. We found the others, by the way. Yeah, so no need to worry about that.
That's good to hear in that case.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go check out the mess hall. So that's where I'll be for now.
Do you mind if I come along with you?
Sure.
Alright. And Cassiopeia will tag along with Takumi.
Both make your way to again this kind of long log house that they've constructed with about 3 or 4 tables to go practically the length of the entire structure. There's a few people in here, a couple have filed out now, so you're looking about 6 individuals, all sort of sat on their own just eating, but again, there's that very somber mood, that sort of feeling of melancholy and a slight bit of hopelessness in the air.
I'm gonna look at the individuals. Are there any people, especially who look like they could use someone to talk to, maybe?
There's definitely a couple. One that kind of stands out to you. A male, it looks like a drow. As you sort of look at them, you notice half of their face is sort of painted red, with war paint, and sort of they're wearing sort of very light clothing. Almost appears to be just sort of common clothes. A slight bit of padding on the forearms and the knees, but otherwise, nothing much. Slightly larger build, and they have this big warhammer on their back. You get the feeling this is some kind of barbarian.
Okay. Are there any others I noticed as well, or is it just him? Just himself?
I mean, he's definitely like the one that stands out in the crowd, but obviously there
Yeah.
are people here. There's what looks to be a female wizard, possibly a wood elf. It's slightly harder for you to identify sort of the distinguishing features between, say, a wood elf and a half elf and a high elf. As you know, to you, it's kind, the features aren't as noticeable. Sort of the slightly bark texture of the skin or the green eyes of a wood elf wouldn't stand out to you as much as it would a high elf, and a half elf even harder to discern. But perhaps a wood elf, young female wizard from the look of it. Another one you see, there is a sort of slightly shorter elf sort of tinkering away in the corner. They're probably the 3 that stand out most to you. It looks like he's sort of messing around with some kind of wooden cube.
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna turn back to Cassie. Well, I was thinking I might have a chat with some of the people in here. Was there anything you were wanting to do as well?
I'm just eagerly awaiting the results of my test, but I'm happy to just kind of stand guard.
Alright.
And I'll keep an eye out for any suspicious individuals with my passive perception.
good plan. You do that. And if... hopefully there won't be any trouble, but who knows. But hey, that's why you're on lookout, right?
Exactly.
Right. Well, I think there's two people I want to talk to. The one in the corner, they seem like they need their focus. I'm gonna approach the male with the face paint, the barbarian guy, and I'll see if I can talk to the wood elf afterwards. But I'll approach him first.
Absolutely. As we sort of go over to him, he sort of looks up at you and sort of bows his head slightly as an invitation to sit down if you so want. He's sort of halfway through what looks to be some kind of vegetable soup.
What do you mean as a
Yeah,
pesticide? What are you talking
I'll
about?
take a seat.
Well met.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Forgive the offensive nature of the phrase, but I wasn't quite expecting to see a human down here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Stick out like a sore thumb.
Yep, I understand that. I'm sure no one was expecting to see someone like me or my companions down here either, but there's been happenings as of late, and here we are.
Well, I suppose things like this, you know, wars and rebellions. Eventually, something strange has got to happen, right?
Definitely. Strange things happened before this, and that's kind of how things ended up with a rebellion along the way and everything else going on these islands.
Well, I'm Bo. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Takumi. Nice to meet you as well.
I have to say, Takumi, you've picked one hell of a time to come down here. People are in the right spot of trouble.
Sounds like a lot of trouble is going to be happening soon.
Yeah, with this whole wedding thing going on, they're trying to get us prepared for something. I'm just hoping I could do what I can, but I've lost a lot of friends. I've been here since the beginning. And somehow I'm the one that always ends up surviving, I guess.
Oh, oh my! This sounds similar. That's me saying that, not my character, obviously.
Maybe a little bit, huh?
um, yeah, I can understand that quite well, in fact. If I may. Who were they?
Well, I was one of three triplets. We were all born at the first day of summer, probably 200 years ago now. Came to Trinidad for opportunity. And what we got was a boot in the face. As soon as rebellion started, I had to help. Three of us served together, fought together. And then there was a bad night, real bad. We were stealing food from the garrison. Nothing too major, just before we had a proper supply line out the city, we needed food somehow, and seemed like the most logical choice. We're loading up the cart, ready to sort of ride it out of town for a couple of days till everyone forgets about it, and then slip it in through the secret tunnels. Make it to the main gate and close the damn thing. Crush the cart. I'll go flying. I'll land next to a tree hidden in the brush. My brothers, they get up and they start running, and you see him kind of
Hello, Purple.
drift off.
How are you, Purple?
His eyes go heavy. A lot of arrows flew that night. I laid there until the sun rose.
Purple, my voice is just dead from streaming so much.
Carried them both through the caves.
We've been live for 206 hours now. 206 total. We have 18 left. And we're playing
There's
D&D
a
at the moment.
crypt at every entrance.
As you can see from here.
Their
What's
urns are
west?
there. I'll go to see him every morning. There's some space for me. I miss him.
190 of those respects, believe
Did
me.
everything
I did
together.
not sleep for 190 hours. This is not true. That's an exaggeration. That's hyperbole.
Everything except die together. I'm gonna win this thing for them, but days are long. It's lonely. I'm the last of our house. Don't know what I'll do when it's over.
A 50-50. That's great.
What would you have wanted to do with them if they were still here to make it to the end with you?
I want to see the world, man. Travel the ocean. Captain my own ship. The three of us would have started a fleet. The best elves on the sea. Burst drow to make it to the horizon and see what's on the other side. Go beyond the map, you know? Beyond the Forgotten Realms. Kind of starts looking up at the ceiling and you can see his thoughts again drift off.
Well, I say go for it. Sure, you'd have to start on your own, but I don't think they'd want you to give up this dream just because you're the only one left. In one way or another, I'm sure they'll experience it with you. And whatever new friends you find along the way to
What the hell?
help you get on those high seas.
What the hell? I think it's fair that Pace gave you lights
I
up back for making
appreciate
me in the
that,
bathroom.
Takumi.
I do not have a lifetime ban. This is
If
not
anyone
true.
here gives you any trouble, all those friends that I saw you walk in with, you let me know, okay? I'll set them straight.
Oh, I sure will. Thank you very much as well.
He'll sort of put a fist up next to you. Sort of fist bump kind of style.
I will do the same. And in my own head, while I was listening to him talk, now I know, of course, there's no need for me to do this, but just covering my bases here, I'd like to, if possible, roll insight to, make sure he's.
Go for it.
I'm
I'm
still
never
gonna-
going to say no
Truth
to you
and-
rolling.
Wait, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to, by all means. Like, I'm never going to say no to a roll. Unless it's like, can I roll to see if I can harness the power of the sun?
And I roll to do a backflip.
Roll acrobatics.
Kidding, I'm not good.
Don't want to end up like the kid at the tavern. Okay. Oh goodness, that's a 19 plus my insight, so that's 22.
Goddamn. No, you could like not only after him telling his story, every word of it, it was like he was living through it again. But with the hope that you've given, there's a new fire in his belly, and there's a new motivation in him, and you do genuinely feel like you've had an impact.
Okay. Well, I will say this: I'm about to make a bigger impact with what I'm gonna say next. But yeah, I'm glad.
Or are we gonna see it?
I'm gonna say some. Yeah. But yeah, I'll.
Take it away.
Yeah. So he was. It seems to me he wasn't bluffing or
No.
lying or anything. Okay. Well, I sure hope at the end of this you'll make it, find new friends, and see what's out there. But have you heard of someone in town,
Anna.
Sir Manrington?
He's the little guy that owns the magic shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. Well, I know of him. I could never afford anything like that.
Well,
Ariana.
maybe to help you get started with that after all this is said and done, I'd say it would be a good idea to pay him a visit. Tell him I sent you. He'll understand right away, and if you're interested, I would ask about something that has to do with the masked sentinels, just between you and me. Don't tell anyone else about this if you're interested. There can be a lot of help for you with everything Sir Manrington might have to tell you after you tell him that.
You're a good man. I'll go see what he has to say. And you can add Bo to the list of recruits if you so wish, Shadow. The Inquisition grows. And it's at this point, Cassiopeia, that Zora is going to make his way to you.
I'm eager.
They were impressed by your magic. If you want to sign up to the rebellion, you're welcome to help us out. As for being the face of this thing, this talks. If nothing else, I can tell you certainly made an impression.
A thunderous impression.
A thunderous impression.
Cover your ears, everybody.
I'm glad to hear it. I'll gladly join.
Would have warned me 10 minutes ago.
And he will hand you a token of the rebellion.
Token of the Rebellion. Okay.
It's that silver disc that you saw Tyrion have with the symbol of the moon on it. Show that to anyone who you know is on our side, and they'll see you as a sister in arms.
Understood. Is there anything you need me to do?
As of right now, the three are still debating what to do with your friend's proposition, but
With my
you
friend's
saw the
proposition.
mosaic with talking with Standing Lord Dormir.
I see.
But just so you know, the mosaic you saw that you came through, there's a few of those in the city. Some of them are in buildings, some of them are in alleyways and sewers. Each of them is a dimension door. You go through, you make your way into the network of caverns. That'll lead you here.
I see. Understood.
Always bring the full moon up.
Cassiopeia will nod.
If we change the puzzles in any way, you'll be told through a scrying message.
What is a scrying message?
Divination. Message of the mind.
Oh yes, of course.
Anyone holding one of those tokens will receive the message.
Understood. What is the token made of, out of curiosity?
It's Not your regular silver. It's, I believe they're blessed with the power of Moonstone.
I see. Okay.
Symbol of our people. From the old ways.
Well, thank you very much.
We're bringing back tradition. Alright, well, Brain, wasn't it?
Brain.
Gotcha. Well, be safe out there.
You too.
And he will make his exit. It's at this point, Celia, you're, in your deep sleep. And your mind has also drifted. And you dream. A dream you're familiar with. A dream you have a lot. A small, blonde half-elf running through the halls of your home. To the sound of Hester playing the piano. Singing a lullaby. One you know off by heart. The house seemed a lot bigger back then. The tower felt like a labyrinth and a palace. Go wherever you wanted. Some days you'd be a knight riding a dragon. Some days you'd be a traveling flower girl, giving happiness to all the other kids, all the friends that you would see from atop your tower. Other times you were a queen, walking down the streets being cheered, flowers and laurels thrown at you, ribbons in the air. You never understood why you were locked up here, why you could never go play with the other kids, why your mother, Eliana, was so strict. But you had Hester. And soon, you would have Calypso, though you didn't know it at the time. The greatest family anyone could ever ask for. The sound of a harp or a flute, or a lute or a drum would always fill the halls. Music was special to you. You heard between the notes. You saw the colors of the rhythms. Stories they would tell in the songs. Heroes traveling to distant lands, defeating impossible evils, saving towns, killing gods,
Have a lovely one, Anna. Have a good rest,
fighting
okay?
dragons. One day you'd be a hero, you thought to yourself. One day you'd come riding in and people would cheer your name. Celia, Celia, Celia. The songs would be about you. That time you defeated an evil king and saved an entire kingdom. You'd own a horse. Don't know what you call it. Maybe one day you'd even learn how to cast a spell. Do some real magic. You'd finally leave the tower. See the world. And though you hate it, though you wish they wouldn't, your eyes open. Innocence of your childhood pulled away with the blink of an eye. And Kritash, you feel a sudden motion on your chest as Celia is returned to the world of the waking. A soft, gentle sigh leaves her lips.
Sleep well.
Celia's just gonna shake her head, like not as a no, just as a like waking up more, and do another like sigh. You could say that. Things are. I had a dream. It wasn't a bad one this time. Or was it? I don't think it was. Just how I imagined the world when I was younger. I I didn't think it would be so. I mean, I imagined adventures and defeating grand foes and, you know, being supported and cheered on by people and stuff. And but now that it comes down to it, when we have an even more like direct way to help and get involved and actually stand for something, I'm a bit scared. I feel like there's bound to be someone better fitted for such responsibilities.
I don't know much about responsibilities, but
Is it bad at this? Wait, why? Why am I bad?
I know that you are capable of whatever you choose to.
Cause you're slow. I'm kind of powering through though.
How
So how are you, Panda?
does one even make a choice to commit to a path? How I know I want to do good, but there are so many ways to do good. So many of them can go wrong. I'm sorry. In my head a bit.
Nothing to apologize for. We all get in our head a bit.
I'm sorry I've been
Been in VC for like 6 hours, just leave bracelets. Why are you in? Why have you been in VC for 6
not
hours,
on
Panda?
purpose.
What are
Which
you
isn't
doing
an
for 6
excuse,
hours?
It's an explanation. I'm not used to having people to care about. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to convey that I appreciate them. I've not been on the receiving end of that a lot. So
That feeling is mutual. I understand.
As you let a moment pass, Celia, roll me perception with advantage as you look at Kritash.
oh, with advantage, thank God. That is a 14.
There's a new scar on his face. You look at it. One that goes... It's very light, very delicate. It goes from the jawline up to the lip. Across the chin, a diagonal gash. And now could you roll me intelligence?
Got an advantage on intelligence.
You know what? With this, yeah, no, I'll allow it. No, I will say advantage because this is the kind of thing that you would know based on your relationship with them.
This is what I'm getting for shitting on the rolls that our boy was doing earlier. What was it? What was I doing?
Just straight intelligence.
That's a 7. What advantage? The first one was a natural one.
I'm not the only one.
You've seen that scar before. You don't know where. You know Kritash wouldn't have gotten it naturally. That much is clear. He's not taken a hit to cause that. And the last thing you remember him saying is he got set on fire by a trap. It's not the kind of damage a fire would do.
Upon noticing it, I think that, like, Celia would look at him and kind of, like, trace it with her thumb. Kind of just like an instinct. Kind of like, oh. What happened?
Zephyr, do I have any idea what happened? Because Malachi sure as shit doesn't.
You don't even know, at the moment, you don't know what she's referring to.
Cool. I'm glad it's not something I've forgotten about.
I saw the surprise on Malachi's face when he said that there was a
I
new
was
scar.
sitting there like,
There's a
"Oh,
new scar?"
I'm like, just rolling through. I'm like, I haven't been hit in the face. It's
No,
a
you have-
metal mask.
No, you have not
Good
been hit in the
luck.
face. You've not been hit in the face. That is a fact. That is true.
That is
yes.
a fact. I have not been hit in the
Oh.
face.
You don't
This
even.
is-
You don't. Here's the thing. From your perspective, she's just drawing a line on your chin, basically. You don't know what she's doing. So when she says what
Well.
happened, it's like what happened?
Oh, of course. Malachi's with it now. Malachi's finally gotten with the program. Okay. What do you mean?
You have a scar.
I'll sort of just reach up to where she's like pressing just to sort of like feel for.
It's very faint. It's very light, but it's. Yeah, you've not taken a hit. Roll me intelligence with advantage.
So.
You didn't.
So. The first roll was a 3.
Right.
That's with the modifier of a +2.
Okay.
Same! We're dumb bitches today!
That's
Three
three
nat-
nat
three
ones
nat
in a
ones.
session.
Hold up, because it gets better. Because the second one was a 4.
Oh, that actually hurt. Like, that not hurt, but like that noise.
Your head is still kind of blurry from what is really your first experience of actual dreaming. So you're kind of trying to put it together and it's not really making sense. But yeah, you've not taken a hit. Draw your dagger, sort of look at yourself in the reflection. And it's just... Yeah. That's new. That's different. That's wrong. You didn't take a hit from the Astral Sea or the Fireball or even the scuffle with Cassiopeia down the ladder. And you're always wearing your mask. You only take it off in safe places. There is no logical reason for there to be a scar there. And yet, there's something familiar about it, but you can't discern it in your sort of groggy, half-awake state.
I must have clipped it on my mask.
Do I notice any of this?
You would see what they're doing and sort of go over, but, you know, you haven't really analyzed Kritas's face to know whether that's an old scar or a new scar. You don't really have a memory of where, you know, what his scars are. But it's not familiar to you.
You would have like I'm just gonna like kind of take his chin in an examining way and just kind of like move his face left to right, trying to determine it's like if this was cut by the mask, would it if it bled? Because if it bled, we would have saw. Because if it was cut by something, it would have been traces of it, right?
Malachi,
fine.
does your mask have rough, sharp edges, when like around the face, or is it slightly more rounded?
It probably would have been rounded when it was first made. However, it has been through some shit. It would have picked up dings and little nicks out of it that could eventually, maybe potentially become sharp.
That
So
would
what
be
I'm
on the
gonna
outside.
yeah.
If the inside is always to his face, then how the fuck are they gonna get like fucked up?
Depends on how I put the mask on.
You always wear the mask, so for it to get damage on the inside, you have to have taken
not
it
always.
off for it to get damaged. Or be hit in the face.
I'm not wearing it right now. There are
Yes.
times where he does take it off.
Well, it's very rarely and not during combat. And I doubt you were like slapping it in the corners in the... You know, I don't know. Like... Unlikely.
You didn't let
Why are
Alice
you-
touch it, did you?
We don't let Alice touch anything.
Reference to a different campaign.
Okay.
We have an artificer.
I was like,
in
who's
another
Alice?
campaign. In the corner of your eye, you see a small half-elf girl.
Another one?
He has a type.
Clearly.
The scroll killed me.
I'm not gonna lie, that's not something I've thought of before, but now that
Yup.
it's been brought like fully into my purview, yeah, okay, noted.
A pattern has emerged.
A pattern has indeed emerged.
At this point, Tyrion is like next to Kritash and Celia, right?
Yeah.
Could I crouch down and examine the scar as well?
Roll me medicine.
17. I got a good roll.
Hey.
So with the 17, for that scar to be as faded as it is, because there's clearly some confusion, right? You can read the room well enough to be like, oh, they're clearly questioning the scar. With the scar to be as faded as it is, it would have to have been gotten some time ago. And we're talking like this, upwards to maybe a year ago. This
Yeah,
scar would have
Worlds.
been first
I'm in the shower, risking my
received.
phone to watch this. Happy Worlds.
And as far as you're aware, it looks like a natural scar. You've seen scars like this before. You've seen people get scars like this before. But yeah, so it's probably about a year old, done with quite a fine blade. But it wasn't like a an intentional cut, as probably maybe like a nick during battle or something like that. A rapier, maybe a dagger or a short sword was swung and then sort of caught the lip and drew down a little bit.
What is the confusion here?
Just found a scar that I wasn't aware of.
I think none of us were. It wasn't there last time I saw you. I don't know how old it looks, but like, I don't. Ah,
It
that's really
looks like-
strange.
It looks like it's been there for some time. Are you sure it's a new scar?
It's definitely new. Yeah, it's definitely no. Just me on that one. I would have noticed.
I gazed into his eyes a lot. I knew his face.
No. Inside thoughts, then.
Solid there.
Are there any ideas of what it may have been?
Not really. I don't think it's natural. If it was natural, we'd seen it. Like, it's been like what, like a day or two since you took off your mask? I'm not sure. In real life, Celia would know. I just don't fucking know. Like, she would say the number of days it's been, because bitch knows.
Sounds about right, because
yeah.
you would have been on the road for a couple of days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine it wouldn't have come off very much during the transit from Gaidanus and the Ocarina.
Strange. With a wound like this, it seems like it may be upwards of a year old. So it's curious.
Now, to be fair, I did spend quite a bit of time in the Paradox. I spent a few months in the Paradox.
Did you miss us?
I did. But I also needed time to sort through my thoughts.
That's fair. But you didn't fight anyone there, did you?
And no fighting in the Paradox. You know.
Well, I know, but
It probably happened
you also
before
tried
the
to fight
Paradox, but it
the
was...
Paradox.
I may have tried to fight Terry at one point, so did a couple of us. But
I didn't.
it probably just happened before the Paradox and healed over that time.
No. I don't. I would have seen it. Someone would have seen it. Yeah. I know you bleed often, but it's not that often. We'll figure it out. It might. Can it be a magic thing? Can it be a pendant thing?
I doubt it. I'm sure it's fine. It's just a scar. I'm sure it's nothing to worry
It appears to be caused by a blade of some kind, but again, it looks like an old wound, but if you're sure that it's not something that he would have picked up, then perhaps you could see a cleric regarding it.
That's a really good idea. Thank you. We can see the one who fixed your eardrums, maybe. You feeling better?
Hi, Lucky. How's it going?
Yeah, thank you.
Currently playing in this campaign, but I'm not doing much in this scene, so I'm just sweeping some mines, you know, keeping
As
the
this conversation
line safe.
draws,
How are you, Lucky?
a bell is rung in the center of the cavern. Takumi, the pitch
I'm
of a
good.
bell that
Nice. What have you
you're
been up to? How's the Mario?
rather familiar with. An alarm bell.
Oh, okay.
And the people who are playing cards very quickly, like, well, begin with, hide away their contraband. The person on the right sort of is like, okay, I'm just gonna go lie in the bed. Just, recovering from injury or something like that. Yeah, and they kind of agree to go along with that. He then falls into a bed, and the other two sort of run out, getting their blades together. One of them's filling a quiver with a few crossbow bolts. And Takumi, the three people that you noticed in the mess hall are sort of also getting up and getting their things and sort of going.
Pretty good. Haven't known you
Cassiopeia,
in a
as
few
you're
days.
sort of in the door, you see people
Someone's
sort of
dropping.
gathering
Let's go.
around
7.3.
Zora, who is ringing this bell.
Huh.
And Tyrion will run to the door of and have a look out.
I'll
You
look.
also see that it's Zora who is ringing this bell, and people are starting to gather. It looks less so that, oh, we're being attacked, and more, hey, I've got some really important information.
Alright, let's
and
go listen.
Anyone who like works here, fucking get over here now. Cassie, as you sort of head over, Takumi, do you follow?
Yeah, I'm gonna regroup with my group.
And we're 30
Alrighty.
matches in a couple hours, so I'm just
Celia,
hoping to stream in the
Kritash.
meantime. Nice.
What are you two doing?
Just chilling
as
out,
you
having a nice
hear
time.
This sort of commotion begin.
Jump up from the bed and look towards the sound of the voice.
Jump up and down on the bed.
No.
Tyrion will look
Well-
back and sort of go, they appear to be gathering for something.
Has some of the mids lasted quite a while? Too
maybe we
long.
should
It's been
check it out.
207 hours. I'm tired. But more stuff coming.
Yeah, let's go.
More
Sounds
stuff coming.
urgent.
Final day, maybe today,
Mm.
potentially. We'll see.
Kritash will refit his mask.
17 hours.
Slowly make his way out.
My voice needs a break
Be
though.
careful of you, Chen.
My
No, don't.
my voice is dead from talking so much.
Yeah, I think Celia would try to like get up very quickly, maybe. Can I roll to see if she trips? If she manages to not trip?
I'd say like you've sort of been
I don't know.
the noticing of the scar would have woken you up a little bit and sort of
Ah.
oh shit, okay, no,
Imagine you'd be so
there's an
tired.
issue here.
I'm
Okay.
And then by
I'm
the
ready
time
for, like,
that
a
bell's
rest day or
ringing,
something, yeah.
You're sort of like the
But
adrenaline
we
now
still
is
got a
kind of kicking in, and you're very
full
alert.
day still left to go.
So
Yeah.
Got a few things left to get through,
It's a
some
lot,
games to
but it
play.
doesn't
But I played through all of Ocarina of Time, it was really fun.
Yeah,
Paper Mario's
clumsy
left.
is definitely
I'm
still-
not.
A lot of good stuff, a lot
I'm
of good
not
stuff.
in the ballpark.
But I'm
of,
definitely
you
I
know,
miss grinding Mario. I
the
miss
DM
Mario
who makes you
speedrunning, I'm
roll
not gonna
for, like,
lie.
every little thing. I think
Yeah.
you'd be able to. You also have Kritash right there. If you did stumble, he'd probably be there to, at the very least, sort of pick you up.
Break
and dust
the
you off.
landing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it's not like when Tyrion ran to the door, it's like, oh, roll so you don't
You
trip
back
over
to it
the
soon?
stairs.
I hope so.
Mm.
Yeah,
For
that's-
sure.
I
yeah.
mean, you don't. Yeah. We go. We leave. We go to the noise.
So, you have Zora there, and he's effectively sort of announcing we've had several calls come in over our sending stones and our scrying pools. There's a lot of guards starting to be a bit more active in hotspots and areas. We need people to get to the surface and make sure that they're not causing trouble.
I only completed the game of the
And,
Unix customer. True, I
any
did. I did finish it finally as an
Unlawful
adult.
activity.
It was
is
really good as
dealt
well.
with
It held up so well.
immediately. I need 3 or 4 teams to go to different areas around the city. I'll split you up accordingly. Just get your weapons ready and then report to me. And then as people sort of start to split off, I'll start with Cassie. As a member of this rebellion, what do you do?
I will look to my party and say, we're a team, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shall we say group together?
That would,
I think that's a good idea.
yeah, that would
Yeah.
be the best possible option. Yeah.
If
Okay.
they let us out of here to help.
Cassie will look to the others and say, we have our team.
Zora kind of... Alright, Brain. Are you all good to go, or do you need time to prepare?
Yeah, they're gonna be calling him Brain. Calling her Brain.
Pre-prepared is my middle name. We're ready. I say with half my health completely destroyed. What was the worst that could happen? It'll be fine.
Oh,
Okay.
we'll find out.
Yeah, sure. He'll kind of... Okay, I'm gonna have the 5 of you go down that... It'll point to one of the tunnels. That passage, it'll lead you to the dimension door that links to the fireplace in the Keeper's Tavern. I'm sort of look at Tyrion. You know the one, right?
Yeah, just give a firm nod.
Okay. Just make sure you close the mosaic behind
Also, Lucky,
you.
you should totally replay it. It's really good. It's
When
such
you're
a good game.
outside,
It's so fun.
press on the
I'm gonna play
central,
Majora's Mask next, which I've never played before. So it's
stone in the
gonna be
ground
exciting.
of the cobbles, and it'll close the door. And then you just need to pull the switch behind the fireplace. It'll put the fire out, and you'll be able to get out there. Just make sure that no one gets hurt, because the guards have been getting more aggressive since the festival started. I'm not saying to kill them necessarily, but do what you need to do to make sure that, you know, civilians aren't being mistreated.
Understood.
We have the protection of the... Just gonna wiggle the gauntlet. They'll play nice around us.
Whatever assets you want to make use of is completely up to you. I don't tell you how to fight or what to do, I just tell you where to go.
Tia's gonna nod and just... Where are we
And
going?
he will motion to one of the passageways. So, down there, it's a straight line. It's one without many twists and turns. We're not having you solve puzzles whilst there's a crisis going on.
Well, good luck to you and stay safe. And
Don't worry about me.
Now that you say that, that's making me worry more. Like, that's always the person who says, like, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll see you back here.
Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll catch up with you. I'll hold the line for a little bit. Don't worry about it.
A little bit.
Okay.
Oh, that's literary foreshadowing.
As you
Okay.
run away, you take one look back and then...
Yeah.
He's gone.
The cave-in happens, and if they don't die on screen, they're not dead. That's the rule. That's the
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah.
And speaking of, you see a stalactite fall. No.
No.
As you make your way down the passage, it's a little bit windy, but there's no branching paths. It is that very simple sort of cave. Down a couple wooden steps and supports that hold it up, and you do see the back of the mosaic. And with a pull of the lever, I'm going to assume from Cassiopeia on this instance as the brain of the operation, the mosaic door begins to slowly lower, and you do see that there is a small cobblestone staircase that leads to behind a fireplace, a familiar-looking fireplace to you, Tyrion. As the tavern had this very distinct, large sort of circular fireplace on the far wall. And that is where we're going to end it for
Oh
tonight.
boy. You know something has gone horribly right or horribly wrong if Cassiope is the brain of any operation. Let's be real.
Hey, a self-imposed name.
Yeah, but like, there? We have a saying in Bulgaria: is the idiot really an idiot, or is it the ones that are following him?
That's
All
a
involved.
You know?
that's a funny saying actually.
Yeah.
All involved. But yeah, that is where we are going to call it for this week. Very
Awesome.
very chill, but also very emotional, kind of slow-paced thing. Kritash got a nap. Cross that off the bingo card.
Tyrion got deafened temporarily. That's nice.
And
I don't think
Takumi-
anybody put Kritosh having a nap on their bingo card, like, ever.
It was so surprising though, because I was like, oh yeah, elves don't fucking sleep. But
No,
like,
they don't,
he
but
was
they
so
can.
tired. Yeah, he was tired emotionally. You know,
Yep.
the headache named
Mhm.
Cassiope.
and
Was,
Yeah, mentally giving Kritash a headache and physically giving Tyrion a headache.
I think enough stuff has happened where Cassiope is no longer just a headache for Kritash. She is a small tumor that is expanding in size.
yeah, maybe. And congratulations, Shadow, on your newest recruit. Love
Thank
that for
you
you. They
very
honestly
much.
didn't expect it, but when you did it, I was like, well, yeah, no, of course he does. Like, why
makes
didn't?
sense.
Yeah.
I just need
So
to talk to the lady next, and then we'll see where to go from there.
I will make sure that they pop up again. Your wood elf wizard friend. I will make sure they pop up again at some point.
Great.
But yeah, no, really well done. Some
you.
interesting roles all around.
fucking
And,
nat ones.
Only
Fucking
60% of the
brilliant.
party got no ones.
60%.
Yep, that's math.
I can do that.
We're the
I-
top
I-
row.
I-
Just the top row got them right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And two of us played
But-
blackjack and we both won.
Hey. I didn't say it, but also, if you want, I will add the custom item for you, Ruby. But yeah, you have a small bottle of wine now.
I did add a custom item.
Very nice. Very
Was I
nice.
supposed
And
to add a custom item for that token? Because I just wrote
I
it down.
did the same thing.
I mean, yeah, if you want to add a custom item to it, so it's on your sheet, or you can have it written down. Basically,
Yeah.
like however you want to manage all that kind of note taking and stuff is completely up to you. But you do have those in your possession. Also, Cassiopeia, you have one as well. And Cassiopeia now has another arcane focus because she never gave it back because I never asked her for it yet. Because
Sorry, she still has it, yeah. Still equipped.
very nice, but all that and so much more next time because I have a thing I need to go and do and I'm gonna be late for it, but it's fine. And Baronade has got a subathon to finish.
I
So-
do indeed.
Wow.
Mhm.
I'll be
So
glued here
is
for another few
there-
hours.
Is there anyone who needs to make any kind of announcements between now and the 6th of April?
I have an
Anything important?
announcement.
I was going to say anything important that might be happening around that time.
I have an announcement. My announcement is that you're all amazing, and I'm really grateful to have you.
Wow,
And,
thank
yeah,
you.
Thank you for,
No,
for
you.
being a wonderful DM and a wonderful party, and I am
I
just
do.
very grateful to be experiencing this magical journey with y'all, and also get a fucking nap. Like that was.
It's been good,
shit.
it's been good.
I feel like
Yeah.
now, yeah, I appreciate this like slower, like character episodes. Sorry.
Yeah, it was very much
Continue.
like during the break, I was like, okay, yeah, so I'm slightly going to switch up the pacing of this one because of decisions that were made, and you know what? It worked out. But things are going to start, ramping up next week now that there's a bit of crisis going on.
Just a
Um,
little bit of crisis.
just a little bit of
sprinkling of-
Yeah, just a happy scene. You got a salt bait, salt bait of crisis.
Yeah. A happy seasoning of crisis.
Anyone else got anything going on in the next couple of weeks?
Completely unrelated and doesn't mean anything, but I'm going to a concert.
There you go.
Cool.
That's something.
Like show and tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
But,
to see Slash and Mouse Kennedy.
Nice.
yeah.
Tell us how that
Yeah,
goes.
we'll see you in 2 weeks which is also for those who may be in my chat, because obviously we've been talking about it a fair bit recently. It's WrestleMania weekend. I've got a very busy weekend ahead of me in 2 weeks.
Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling.
What sleep? It'll be good. But we're gonna head off to the Baronade, as we always raid people who are doing events on this show. But yeah, I can see in your chat someone's hoped for it, so you know what, I'm happy. That'll do. But of course, we need to sign off as we always do with a final rundown of our lovely cast. So, thank you and farewell to Crew Touch the Cold, the Dark Elf Wizard Bloodhunter, played by Malachi _ Gaming. Bye, and thank you to Celia, the half Sun Elf Bard Sorceress, played by Trivial Artist Delphinium Rai.
Thank you. Go on a walk, not in the dark if it's dark. Go in the park someday. Plan an outing with your friends. Be happy.
There's some bars there for a bit. A walk in the park, but not in the dark. So some lyrics in there. Alright.
It's currently like almost midnight, so I was like, yeah, for the people who are not midnight. Like,
Yeah, I like a nighttime walk. I like a nighttime walk.
I like a
fun.
nighttime
Park.
drive.
I like night. I can't drive, but yeah.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
one night I just went for a drive at 2 a.m. and it was nice.
Goodbye and thank you to Takumi Nui, the Lord Inquisitor, ever expanding his repertoire, the human fighter, played by Charbet312.
Slowly but surely, our numbers will grow. But yes, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye and thank you to Cassiopeia, the Aarakocra Dragon Druid, also known as the Brain, played by the Baronade.
It's been a pleasure.
These
We need a
fucking
pinky
names,
next.
these names get so much longer every episode.
The
I
group
swear to
chat. Look at the group
God.
chat.
And last but absolutely not least, thank you to Tyrion Youngclaw, the half high elf ranger, played by Ruby Sorry.
See you next time for a little bit of crisis.
Little bit of crisis.
Little bit of crisis.
And goodbye, thank you from me, your architect of chaos, your narrator of all things dastardly and dark, CJ Zephyr. Happy travels, everybody!
Bye.
Wow. What a lovely session that was. Oh my god, what a wholesome
Woo!
little... Yo, who's
What's
this?
that
Oh, quick shout out to
coming over
this
here? Is it
CJ
crisis?
_ Zephyr for the
Thank
raid.
God, those fucking losers in chat are gone. I can finally breathe now.
It's like a weight just drops off your chest
Oh.
every time, right?
Oh, bro, it's so nice.
Let me give you a shout out. You guys want to catch more wrestling and D&D
Nice character
content?
sheet.
Go check out Zephyr's channel. He's a lovely
Oh
individual.
my god, are we
Works very
supposed
hard.
to be seeing this?
Probably not.
But it's not the end of the world. It's fine. I'll
This
allow
bitch
it. But
has HP.
look, yeah, but you guys, I won't lie. You guys are probably gonna forget this information in 2 weeks.
Yeah, don't
I
worry.
already forgot it.
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
One day, I have
Hang
fingers
on,
crossed we
hold
will
up.
level
No,
at some
'cause
point.
I'm making notes here, so I know how easy it is to just put her to sleep.
Well, I think,
We
yeah,
already
Krutash knows
have.
this from experience already. Shouts to Roll20 as well.
Y'all did real good. Y'all did real good. It was.
It's
No,
good
no,
to...
not Malachi making a little mental note of how he can fuck with Cassiopeia in the future.
Got an AC here. Got HP.
I
Alright.
I don't need a mental note. I have a list.
And he's got a fucking, right.
And he's
she's
checking
got,
twice.
she's got this
That's what I was gonna
constitution.
say.
She's got this constitution, so when she levels up, she get this much health on the next level. So we at this point.
Violence. It was a good session. He just
I'm
left.
seeing that map kind of looks like a dude with a mullet. Dude, I spent like 3 hours making that map. What the fuck?
If the forest was there.
Wait, which map?
The Trinity
Trinity
Island map.
Island map.
Hold on, let me bring it back. Wait, is this true?
Wait, let me see, let me see.
Hold
Wait,
up,
wait,
we're
wait.
bringing it back.
Bro, I'm about to be violated. What the fuck?
Hold on, we need to see this. Let me launch the game. The next game will be Sunday, November. 2 years ago. Cool. Okay.
Yes, that's yeah. I think we did that for like
You're not sharing
2
screen.
weeks.
How do I? What are these ads? Loading in 4 seconds. What? Is this
Yeah, no,
true?
it does
Does this
this.
look like a man with a mullet?
3 hours, week source. Hey, Purple, look, listen, I made this map like 2 years ago, my guy. I've gotten better since then.
Huh?
It
This is
doesn't
like
look like
a man with a mullet. If the forest was hair, you're tripping out, Colin.
I think you need to go and find an eye doctor, Colin.
For a second, I was like excited, like, okay, this is gonna be hilarious. I don't think I see it.
No.
Looking to the side.
Looking.
Yeah, I think it's like that's the nose.
Oh, it's like a
Maybe the
a big
yeah.
bulging forehead, like a witch's nose, and like a chin that juts
No,
out like this, and then
long,
this is
like
the mullet.
yeah, a very long chin.
Wow.
Bro, I spent so long making this. What the
It's
fuck?
so beautiful. It's so beautiful, CJ. It's beautiful. It's okay. We like it.
Oh
we
my
like
God.
it.
Oh, jeez.
That's hilarious. Very cursed.
Thomas is exhausted. It's not even. Can you see like the thing he did?
This is just true. That's just a correct statement.
Thomas, yeah. It's okay.
Look, Purple, the new world map that I'm making, I've spent about 3 hours on it and I've done a single region, so now I get it. Because this one was based off a template that I made on fucking Microsoft Paint. And then I just went over it in Incarnate and made it look pretty. But right, no, y'all did really good there. I'm really proud of all of you. I hope, Ryan, Malik, I hope the dreams were adequate. I was like, what the fuck would Kritash dream about when he's not dreamt before?
Fluffy
So just-
sheep.
I tried to think of
Soft
the
clouds.
most relaxing scenario I could, and I thought just drifting through space, being surrounded by color and pretty
That's the
things.
thing, like it's hard because like this is one of those episodes where, you know, Kritash wasn't important for this episode, and I was fully aware that Kritash wasn't important for this episode, so I was happy to just be like, yeah, no, honestly, him at this point is like, he just needs a break.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Unless he would have decided to have become the leader. Then he would have been very
No way in
important,
hell.
depending on how things would have
No
gone.
way in hell.
Can we
Never gonna happen.
Can we like get a count of how many face palms and like covering the mouth there was during
That
this
was
episode? Like
amazing.
Right, it
there
would
was
still be
so much.
if you only cut it so you had that bit, it'd still be an hour and a half. But no, and you know what, Faraday, you did fucking brilliantly there. The being the brain, I love that. I love that assertiveness from you.
I appreciate that. It was fun.
It
I
was
figure
really
if there
good.
is a vacuum for some sort of leadership, Cassiopeia will give it a try. Why not? She's not the greatest at it. She probably won't be, but hey,
Oh, yeah.
room for character development, and if, you know, it'll be interesting.
I'm not crying. I'm just sweating from my eyes.
It was so funny. It was a really funny episode, I
Ugh.
can't lie. I had to mute so many times. Right, I will need to very quickly dash because I'm participating in a fight night in
Good
literally
luck.
about
I will also
20
dash.
minutes. And my first fight is against Marie Ruby.
Oh my! Really?
Oh,
Good luck.
and
Okay,
you know what?
Okay, I need to be there.
What?
I need to be there.
And you know what? We did training the other day with Adam. She kicked my ass.
I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, she fucking floored me. Riley's supposed to be this trained, like, winter soldier.
The entire
Just got
string of
fucking
chat.
bodied by a mechanic.
hmm
What the fuck did you just say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top my class in the SBS and I've been involved in numerous secret raids. Okay, no, I'm over 305 kills. I'm training
no
guerrilla warfare. What is guerrilla warfare, Shadow?
Scary is what it is.
That's how it was in the copy pasta, so I just kept it
Guerrilla
in there from
warfare
the
of the
original.
top sniper in the
Oh.
entire UK armed forces. You are nothing to me.
I-
It's just another target. I'll wipe you the fuck out with precision, the likes of which has never been seen on this earth.
When his map is
I swear to
insulted.
God, I thought when you just started saying that you were just reciting it from memory.
That would have been amazing.
Oh, dude, I could not. I could never.
I like that Shadow is just like a meme database. Just the stuff at the ready.
He's so fun. Dude, Shadow is unironically one of the funniest people I know, and it's not appreciated enough.
We need
Really?
more of Shadow. We need to see more of Shadow.
So funny.
I feel like Shadow probably just has like a folder on his desktop full of memes that you can just like pluck from and just
Let me just quickly sort through the
Send
files.
He's got,
Copy
he's got
pastas.
like
Vibes
a,
game.
he's got a deck of cards that he just fucking whips out and just fans them. It's like, right.
It's like Cards Against Humanity, just like pulls one and just like
Yeah.
that.
The
It's
deck
just
of many memes.
gold.
It's so fun. It's I'm making that. Oh, that's so good. Right.
Oh my god.
Like me just wait.
Oh.
Ah.
Ah,
I'm
Ah.
sending a meme that's
Right, it's typing.
Shadow made a while ago. Wait.
I've just seen that Cassiopeia on the brain.
Yeah.
hold on. Wait, this is hilarious.
Oh,
How did you make it so
that's-
fast?
that's what I'm saying, dude. He's so good.
Yes, I had the
That
honor
one?
of being.
Wait, this is
I had
awesome.
the honor of being memed
Look at
as
this.
well.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Celia, when there's an opportunity, L/4 create dash.
It's an honor.
We love the dynamic.
Oh, it's so good. Now this,
Um,
I've always loved this fucking party, and Ruby, you just add to that.
It's good
he's
chaos.
not. He went to.
Oh, I can't see because I'm reacting.
It's okay.
I'm gonna
yeah,
hop off this
Malachi
wall,
and-
guys. Okay.
Yeah, so I do need to dash because I've got to get to the fight night.
Beat them up.
I will do my best. I got to the finals last time, and then I underestimated my opponent. So
Gonna fight
I'm
your
gonna
admirer.
look. Let's
Beat them up.
listen.
Have a good time. Let him love people.
Look, it's hard when you
He
traumatize.
deserves to be. Look at Celia. It's hard for her too.
Mm,
He's gonna make it.
I
She
genuinely
just
think you.
screams at and cries at people. It's okay.
I wish I'd recorded stuff with it because I think you would love it, right? I think you would really like the little thing they got going on right now. Because it's just,
Sounds
it's just cute. It's just really cute. But yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Barinade.
Bye-bye.
I'll
Have a good one.
see if you're still streaming when I wake up.
I probably will be.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
I'll take my leave as well. I'll hop out. Love you guys all. It was a really fun session. I'm excited for the next
Yeah.
one, so I'll catch you guys soon, okay? Lots of love.
Yeah, I'll see you next time, Brain.
Bye. Brain.
Alright, well, that was wholesome. That was a fun D&D sesh. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a bit of a different twist from like the usual kind of content. We'll get into some good old Paper Mario in just a moment, but I'm gonna go pee really fast because I'm busting to pee. So I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna pee break, tea break. I'll go pee and I'll get a tea refill. Today the braininator has risen. Your Shadow. Dude, Shadow, when you posted the copy pasta, just this block of text came out. I was like, oh my god. Alright, give me a quick moment. Got my Wii U here. I'll be back in just like, give me like maybe 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a tea refill, and I will come back and we'll play some Paper Mario. We'll see if we can finish this gosh darn tootin' game. I'll be right back. Quick BRB, guys.